YouTube or something. I'm working on a script right now. I mean, you can imagine, I don't fault gwamgo because the situation's so fucking embarrassing that I would cut ties with myself as well. But I just want to clarify, many people going around deriving the fact that the situation's pedophile allegations. No, they're not. The situation is to do with alleged charity fraud, scamming, and oversharing details on an account which minors follow. Those are the three things. Now, first of all, the funds which were found or gotten or transferred from the GoFundMe to my account, that happened. Okay, dude, someone's fucking kicking me. Okay, that's not cool. Not cool. Don't kick me. Okay, so first of all, for 500 people here, the allegations are not pedophilia, grooming, CP, anything like that. Wamgo has put it in the announcements. That's not the claim. The claim is charity fraud, scamming, misappropriating funds, and it's oversharing a Google document on my Twitter account, which had minors on it. So, first thing, okay, I'm going to share some screenshots in general, actually announcements. So, my GoFundMe was created on September the 27th, and it asked people if they were generous enough to donate me money for rent, just uni accommodation, food, anything like that. So I'm going to send a picture of that right now. Let me find it quickly. Also, I'd like to confirm as well that we're currently in motion of paying all the money back regardless. That will be done in a couple days. Let me try and find the screenshot right now. Okay, here we go. So, no, that's not the right screenshot. Fuck's sake. Give me a minute. Here we go. Okay, this is the screenshot right here. It's a small donation to help me pay for amenities, food, rent, and other stuff like that. Now, this was made on the 27th of September, and I paid for Wolfgang's flight on the 7th. Now, the money which was actually got from the PayPal was only given to my account and transferred on the 17th, after I verified on the 14th, meaning that the money which was got from the PayPal wasn't actually used for the flight. The flight ticket was actually my own money, and also my own money was used to pay for the $1,600 or pound sterling, sorry, laptop. And the laptop was bought because I, of course, wanted to use it for editing and to, of course, get a revenue flow since I was basically out of a job since my channel had 2 strikes on it. So that's what it was used for. Now I'm going to provide evidence right now that the money which was got and given to me from the GoFundMe was used indeed for uni rent, food like that. So it wasn't misappropriated funds. So it wasn't that anyone was scammed, it wasn't that the funds were misappropriated or used in the wrong context. What I will take accountability for, however, was the fact that I was not transparent leading up to the situation, that I spent an ungodly amount of money on the most embarrassing thing possible. But keep in mind that my financial position was already in a really, really bad fucking place, and I thought it fine enough to spend 1.4 thousand on a plane ticket already when my revenue is stunted, and I felt it appropriate enough as well to, of course, get a phone and a computer. Obviously, the phone and computer were used for communication since the police had taken them with no explanation, by the way. Yet the GoFundMe, the GoFundMe, you have to verify in order to get all the funds transferred to your account. That happened 10 days after I bought the plane ticket. Also, keep in mind the financial difference between both October to November. I was down 4,500. I'll show that right now. Right here, that's me having 5,800 in October. This is me having 1,300, and it's actually down to 300 right now, so I've been down 5,000. And this is just the account that I can access. The rest are all accessed by my father. This was money given to editors and stuff, which pushed me under the 1,000 threshold. We'll wait for what Gwamgo has to say. In regards to the the refunding to everyone, that should take place in a couple days. I have to get my dad to move some funds to my account so that those funds can be reappropriated back to everyone. Even if they don't want the money back, money's going back to everyone. I don't feel comfortable having money after that entire fiasco. So in the meantime, while we wait, I will show in the video how essentially the document that I released, I did not want to be public. A lot of it contained very personal trauma or allegations to do with essay that I did not feel comfortable even talking about. I was told that if I didn't provide the full context, that I wouldn't be taken seriously and that I would be lambasted as a liar in the commentary community. So the document, which was full of explicit detail, I was told to recount literally everything that happened in that scenario, down to like the names of the things used and the things like that. For example, the infamous Cinderella thing, that was brought up because it was one of his items that he was pushing me to use. Now, I don't want to go into detail anymore about that, but essentially, I was pushed in order to go over the full context of the situation, and that was extremely embarrassing, looking back on it all, of course, but we had a written agreement in private to keep this all behind the scenes. But commentary YouTubers and agitators in private pushed him to preemptively come out about the situation. So now I was stuck in a position. So this person who I felt like pushed me, and coaxed me into positions of me not wanting to engage in specific activity, has now pushed forward a document that has now accused me of being a liar. I am now in a position where I can ignore this, but the points are still going to be spread, albeit much slower than it is now, or I address it head on, and I could stamp out the situation and get my point across quick enough, or I risk it blowing up in my face. So it's really a lose-lose situation. It's a very, very difficult situation because I begged. I mean, I'm going to show examples of this as well. I begged in private for this situation to remain a private affair and that no parties are dragged into this. Two screenshots going in. General right now, for example, I highlight my discomfort. I don't want to talk about the situation. I don't want to be reminded of it. Everyone in private can attest. I just want to move on from the incident and I do not want to be reminded what happened. But we'll get back to that in a minute. Let me read what gwamgo said. Yep, don't worry. If you're in a position where you needed money, why do you recklessly purchase a laptop worth $2,100? Even a high-end laptop costs 1.4K. So whatever you got was over the top. Also, at that point in time where you're not working on videos, you write scripts on your phone and you record on your phone. Do you not do editing of your own? You started to GoFundMe because you wanted to get money to fight Dupe77 in court. This is what you told me the GoFundMe was for. You withheld the fact that you not even a week later were planning to fly out. I don't believe Wolfgang is an actor, but okay, so first of all, the laptop was used for communication, editing, and it was a high-end laptop because I wanted to get one that was slightly cheaper than a £2,000 one, which the police had confiscated for bullshit reasons, bullshit pretenses. There was literally nothing on that or the phone, but I guess they just felt the need to take it. However, I was not doing video scripts at the time. The only videos that I had uploaded was the pyro video, my response video. All my other videos were taken down, which then hindered my ability at getting passive income. And only videos were re-uploaded onto my alternate channel were the two Too Slow videos, two dupe response videos, and the one pyrocynical video that was being worked on for about 3.5 months. Wolfgang says that he got gifted those. I have no way of debunking that, so again, is he a Nazi? Who knows? But apparently he said he got gifted them. He could be bullshitting, who knows? But I don't know. But the GoFundMe was for rent, food, and also to deal with a private situation I'm not going to go over, but also to possibly seek damages for the bullshit police report that was made. That is what the money was intended for. It was to potentially engage in legal action on the person who made the false police report against me, also to deal with a private situation that I'm not going to go into detail about, but also for food and rent. Now, you can absolutely criticize the lead up to it. I was not transparent about how much money I had lost in spending it on phone, laptop, also that fucking stupid plane ticket. However, I did not know that that was going to be a massive contention point when making the GoFundMe. Because even though it was really, really fucking bad financial decisions, extremely fucking bad, especially the plane ticket. Also, just for clarification, what rent were you referring to? So, when I go around houses, because my dad's, my other families and stuff like that, I have to pay rent for my other families, but I wanted to move out and get an apartment to myself, but I ended up having university rent. So I wanted to save up enough to get a very good university apartment, one that doesn't look like a prison cellar. But yeah, I've shown payment history, 2,200 down the drain. But because I'm not getting paid at all, I can take a loan out, which I was told by my family, okay, because I don't know my finances very well. If you don't get paid above 28,000 in the UK, you will only have to pay the expenses of the uni apartment once it goes over that threshold, and they will, yeah, student loan. That is what I can do with other stuff as well. Yeah, I didn't know how that worked, but that's apparently how it works. Um, so, I mean, in my video, you'll see that I'll go over basically how retarded it was, that I spent 1,000. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna say this as well. So the reason why it was 1,000 was this. So Wolfgang and I were friends about months leading up to that situation, and I was being consistently told by my dad that if you get arrested, you're going to get raped, beaten, and set on fire. On God, he said this when he was drunk consistently. You're going to get raped, beaten, set on fire in prison because the charges that they levied against you, even if they're fake, it will be like a red target on your back. So I was shit scared that my entire life and entire normalcy that I had up until now would be completely and irrevocably changed. And Wolfgang was part of a different friend group I had, so we all wanted to meet up. We all planned that we were going to meet up in December, but it was mid-December, and this was after I have to go back to the station, which is on December the 9th. So I was shit scared that at any point in December the 9th, before we met up, I could genuinely just be fucked over with anything. Not that there's anything to hide, but I genuinely did not trust the police because the police still have quite literally come in and they've been like, yeah, we've just been getting reports that you're about to kill yourself and stuff like that. Not happened. I'm still getting fake fucking reports made to this day, so God knows what would happen. But basically, I wanted to meet with Wolf at London and have all of our other friends come over. It was not that, by the way. It was not that. I can see how you think it might be that, but he was going around to people basically saying that oh, this relationship will fix me mentally. I had the preconceived notion that if I had a relationship that actually worked, it would be fine, because many of you know my horrific history of relationships. I mean, burger, catfish, dupe, we don't even need to go into that. I've never had an actual functioning relationship, so I wanted to get into one and make the most of my social life in case anything down the line I get fucked over. So, plane tickets, the more and more and more, closer you get to the point the fucking plane takes off. Um, yeah, it's because they were all online. The number one reason why those relationships were not functional and there was an area where I could be catfished in was because they were online, because they were rushed, and because yeah, just rushed, impulsive, dumb shit like that. This one, the thing that was wrong with it was also rushed. I wasn't entirely comfortable with immediately getting into a relationship. He, however, saw the social aspect of it and wanted it to kind of make it get, I'm not going to say the word. He was going around, he had me as like potential boyfriend, fucking finger crossed fingered emoji on the phone. It was a bit weird. He was kind of rushing into it. I saw that. I didn't like that. I've had bad experiences before with other people who like rushing into that shit. I didn't like that. So,
Someone just
and
tried to nuke the server.
what?
Someone just tried to nuke the server. Mod for Dummies person.
Wait, how can they? How can they nuke though?
Wait, let me
Wick
see.
prevents that.
Yeah, Wick quarantined them.
Okay, just archive that. I'll put it in the video. That's so stupid.
Let me double
Um.
check everything.
Anyway, so the reason why is because the more and more and more you wait, more and more and more you wait, the plane tickets get incrementally higher and higher and higher and higher. Originally, it was 600. Then, because we procrastinated, being like, "Are we really going to do that day? Are we really going to do that day?" It went 800. Then it went 1,000. Then we kind of reached the point where it's already taking the piss times three. Now, eventually, we all do go out. It's nice, sociable, whatnot, all of that stuff. Now, both of our documents are taken down, which should have been the number one fucking thing to begin with. But what transpired from that, of course, was me being in intervals, not reciprocating, which is proven in the document, feeling pushed, feeling prodded into doing stuff that I didn't want to do because it was too rushed. At points, it would seem that I'm reciprocating, but that's a fawn response. But I felt the need to show all the Discord logs to prove that I wasn't hiding anything. For example, I had to basically get all the skeletons which were in the closet, throw them out for everyone to see to prove that I wasn't obfuscating any information. Because when it comes to situations like these, if you get caught hiding any details, people will hyperanalyze that to claim that you're unilaterally guilty, that you have lied in this situation, and that would affect your credibility. But keep in mind, um, the lead up to this, I went to a bunch of mutuals, told them about the situation. Well, I mean, I'm not going to actually throw anyone under the bus because no one wants to be associated in this shithole. But people knew. People knew. They said it how fucking gross it was. Yada 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 yada. I didn't disagree. I felt fucking gross. I wanted to keep it as private as possible. And for a time, it was private. However, because he started going around to little commentary channels talking about the situation, people started putting two and two together, realizing that it was me. And then he then gets more and more people coming to him because it starts spreading. And no commentary YouTubers. Okay, do you want me to name all the commentary YouTubers he was talking to? Dickers, Emrau, Goat Cato, Himpleton, Samuel, Ace Howler. Now, Emrau knew from because he went into a group chat. Emrau, okay. Internet adjacent went into apparently a VC attested by Himpleton and was openly speaking about the situation but not alluding to who it was. But the commentary YouTubers who were present in that knew the YouTuber that they were referring to being me because he was very much alluding to it. But in direct reply, he told Ace Howler, Samuel, Himpleton, Dickers. Those were the main people. Dickers wasn't pushing me to go public. However, Aiden Projects was being told, Aiden Projects was stating that he apparently wanted to come out before Himpleton. Now, this could be a lie. However, Himpleton was trying to push this to become public because he wanted to cover the situation first. And from what Himpleton was saying in his DMs, he was stating that his coming out, regardless of if you want it to or not, I want your document to cover it to be as unbiased as possible. From what I was being told by other people as well, especially in calls, if I didn't provide my document, then it would be basically his word against me refusing to come out about mine. And you see how problematic the situation is. But anyway, he releases the document. It comes out on Himpleton's stream. There's about 60 people watching, but a lot of these people are incrementally heavy hitters. So, for example, there's about 3 up-and-coming people who will be watching this. Then they'll tell 3 larger people, and then it's a knock-on effect of how it just goes up the chain. So, what I do is then I decide only right after the document comes out, I'm like, okay, Himpleton, there's the document. Then I post it on my Twitter, which I'll get to in a minute on why it was retarded for me to do that. I did it because I wanted to clash with Internet Adjacent's document that was on Twitter. And I didn't publish it to my Discord. I didn't think about doing that. I didn't upload it to my YouTube either because it was very nasty, disgusting, all that shit. But essentially, give me a minute. Frevv, look at DMs. Do that immediately. Okay, good. That is fucked up. That is really fucked up. I can't believe that. Wow. Should I mention that publicly in front of 400 people? Should I not? It's
If you
nothing to do
want
with
to.
you, gwamgo, by the way. But shall we mention that?
Yeah, go for it.
So someone who I
Wait,
trusted just tried to
Before
fucking rank. Sorry, what?
before we say anything, don't wait. Let me DM you this.
Okay, well, if it's not 100%, then don't do that.
No, it's 100% mute. The guy.
No, I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna hold off.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna hold off. Let's just get forward to fucking talking about the situation. So I posted to my Twitter, which is the smallest platform that I have, because I wanted to directly clash with Internet Adjacents, which was getting like more attention than mine. So it's like, okay, I've got to put like a chess piece here. Otherwise, if I show a lack of action, people are going to derive that as me being immediately guilty. So let's talk about the document. So there's a trigger warning at the start that goes over like a plethora of like the horrific things that are discussed, but it's not large. It doesn't cover most of the page. And then immediately, if you go down a couple pages, you start seeing like a bunch of really fucking gross messages that both of us had sent, which I needed to show. I mean, in that context, but I shouldn't have made the document regardless. But I felt necessary to show them, obviously, because if I obfuscate key information, I'm going to be called a liar. It's a lose-lose when it comes to this. Now, I was told by gwamgo and his friends that releasing this document would be retarded, basically a humiliation ritual, like career suicide. And I was put in a position where doomed if I do, doomed if I don't, because I know how my detractors would spread this information if I don't respond to it, because because this happens all the time. If I don't directly respond to something, people will take that, assume that I'm immediately, and then go run with that. So I'm always stuck in a position where I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to do. I mean, at points, I've asked people to be PR managers and shit like that. I had people peer review this document, and they said it was fine. So I was perhaps in a wrong fucking mindset where I believed that this was okay. But I didn't show this document beforehand to gwamgo or anything like that because I was entirely certain that this wouldn't really
Let me
blow up
just
in my
quickly
face as
interrupt
bad.
and ask you a quick question. Hold on, sir. I'm getting a phone call. Okay, so I spoke to Avalon the other night. Like this was after everything came out. For fuck's sake, I'm not getting called now. Sorry. I spoke to Avalon the other night, and he said that he privately spoke to you, and he said that releasing this document would have a horrible impact on you. And you were living with Avalon for some time, for like I don't know, at least a week. So I mean, what happened there?
We agreed that it would be a bad. We agreed it'd be a bad idea in case it turned into commentary blood like sports with video after video. I'll get to why I asked you to make a video in a minute, but we agreed that it would be really bad if that was the case. But since we saw like Wolfgang's document, it was like just it called me a chomper. There were spelling mistakes, inaccuracies. It wasn't well formatted, and we'll get to my formatting in a minute, but in my opinion, his document wasn't well formatted. We went to other commentary YouTubers about it, and they were like, yeah, his document's...
You had the same argument. You had the same argument the other night when we spoke in that group chat. Why does formatting matter here?
Because when it comes to serious allegations like this, if you're immediately insulting the person and you're having multiple spelling mistakes and inaccuracies about the event, it's going to make your story look significantly less stronger than the other person's. So when I saw that, I was told like weeks back that both of us should have a document, if it ever came to that, where we would recount the entire situation. And then when I saw his document, it didn't recount anything in any detail. So I'm like, okay, here's my document that goes over literally everything, and his document that goes over quite literally nothing. So I thought to
Well,
some degree people would
one
take
of
me
the
more
issues.
seriously.
Hold on. I think one of the biggest issues here is that your document went into a little too much detail. I mean, do you still
Yeah.
not agree with that?
Yeah, no,
Just
no,
had
it
too
goes
much
over a
detail?
little bit too much detail. Really bad shit. When I didn't know that it would blow up in my fucking face this badly. I thought the document would serve its purpose in pushing back his narrative, and that after 1 or 2 days, people would just kind of move on, coming to terms with the fact that at best there's
So
like because
what exactly gave you the impression that people would just quickly move on?
Because in a case like this, I gave devil's advocate to internet adjacent and assumed that perhaps he was autistic and didn't pick up on body language, or like when someone wasn't clearly reciprocating, which is true. He's getting an autism diagnosis pretty soon, so we'll get to that. But I assumed that it would be dealt with in a live stream and that people would quickly move on to the next thing, because I only thought it would stay in the small commentary bubble. But what happened is when you and Dial, so basically Gwamgo and Dial, were like telling me how fucking bad this looked optically on stream, and I had deluded myself into the preconceived notion that I was actually doing really well in debunking the lies. But what ended up happening was essentially me not being aware that I'm a Roblox YouTuber in a commentary YouTuber's live stream with like 400 people. I'm not sure if they were bots. There's at least more than 100 people there. I didn't know the age demographic of the people watching that. I tried to just stay in my lane in that stream and not speak about this in any detail anywhere else. But I wasn't self-aware about how fucking cringe and embarrassing optically looking back on all of that was. So when they were telling me to stop, I joined the call with Gwamgo, got really agitated that no one was like listening. Because here's the thing.
Wait. Can you just repeat like everything you were saying? Because no one heard what you said. Neither did I.
Oh, for goodness sake. What point did I cut off?
I don't even know.
Great. Okay, I'm just going to stop walking around and just stand still. So I'm completely lost where I was at. Basically, you and Dio were telling me not to go through with this on stream because it was making me look really bad. I was already like 8 hours into this because it was about 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock in the morning. Oh, fucking hell. No, I meant just say 7 o'clock. No, 6, 7 bullshit. 7 o'clock in the morning. Literally completely tired, agitated, stressed out, dealing with this shit. Not excuses, but it was where I was at.
Can we invite Dial up here who was actually present during the call too? Because he has some things that he wants to say.
Okay, can I finish what I'm about to say first? So he kept
Well, I
saying,
mean,
don't do this, don't do this. Don't.
talking about Dial. I think he should be given the opportunity to
But I'm not
interject. Where
finished
like,
with what I want to say, and I'm not going to say anything that's bad, so let me finish. So he kept saying, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. I distinctly remember joining the call where you were reading Wolfgang's, and I didn't appreciate how you were reading Wolfgang, so I told you to read mine. And then in that call, what I felt was that people were making jokes out of like what I believe to be a serious situation that put a lot of mental stress on me. And regardless, that's going to be the way it goes about this now, because I mean, it's a goofy, surreal fucking situation. But I didn't appreciate that. So when Arhum was making jokes. I called him like an inconsiderate fucking retard. I hate you, all of that stuff. And then I left
more than that.
I think I told him to like go rot and shit, and then I left. And I left because I genuinely could not deal with having everyone tell me that this was a terrible idea, because I was so certain that I was debunking the situation and proving that I got pushed into doing like this horrible shit, and the mental toll that it had on me, etc., etc., etc. And now I mean, this could have all easily been avoided, but the problem is that the GoFundMe shit would have come out publicly regardless, because his document would have come out with that information on, and everyone would know. I don't have a problem really with the GoFundMe shit becoming public, because it was retarded of me to have done that. I genuinely didn't see a problem with the fact that my entire belief system was the fact that I was in a financially bad position. I bought these two devices, which I think people can understand why I would buy them if the police confiscated my other ones, because these were cheaper, I believe. And that put me in a worse
How much
financial
did your other
position.
computer cost? Wait, how much
What?
did your other computer cost? How much did
My
your
other
other computer
computer was
cost?
2,000.
Sterling?
Yeah, no, my other computer was so fucking expensive, but it was the biggest pile of shit ever.
And you thought buying another biggest pile of shit was a good idea?
No. This computer's like fully operate. It doesn't crash. It's a really good computer. It's smooth. It can like edit really well on, like do games, can do calls perfectly. This other one would consistently buffer and crash. When I would open a Google document on that computer, it would just crash.
Okay, so what are you using this computer for? Like, what have you done with it so far?
Okay, so you know when I don't want to share. Can I? I'm gonna say this in the most how should I say this? Bleak way possible, so placid way possible, so no one can derive anything. There were ideas of creating shorts channels, which I wanted to edit on this for. I was using this for game development because I was making like SCP games and shit like that, because I wanted to kind of stop doing drama, and I kind of just wanted to do game development because I found that a lot more fun. Um, Also, we had the idea of like working for your channel, but I kept procrastinating because of like 50 million other shit going on. But I had a whole plan of like getting all these old documents, calling out like
so
these really bad YouTubers.
regarding the game development, you didn't really do anything with the game development. Regarding the shorts, it was just something we were speaking about. We never actually were
No,
doing it.
regarding the game development, there's a private group chat we have where we've got a bunch of models and all that stuff. We
Unless
disbanded
you made a
Crazy
new
Dev
group
after
chat.
Crazy.
Unless you made a new group chat, I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
I
we
was
made
part
a
of that
new group chat. We made a new group chat. We strayed away
And
from
is it
Crazy
still
Dev.
being worked on?
I'm in the group chat right now. I haven't been active in the past few days because of all of this, but on guard, we have a bunch of SCP models and shit. I have a Google document going over like how I want the structure of the map to be.
Okay.
I will literally send you it in the group chat.
Sure.
Right here. Oh yeah, I just looked at the DMs because of every. Let me just send you a bunch of screenshots. Do you want me to send? I don't think you'd care so much about the Google document where I go over like. I'll just send it in your DMs.
I don't want to start like an argument about religion or anything like that. But you're saying on God. I remember you said you were atheist.
No, I said I'm not atheist. I said it's better to believe in a god than not.
Which God? Which religion do you follow?
I would say, when I was younger, I grew up in like a Catholic school, but
No.
I don't know, Catholic or Christian. I believe in Jesus. I believe that he existed.
Okay.
Why I don't understand what the point is to grow up and die not believing in a god in case you just burn in hell for being a disbeliever. Doesn't sound a very good way to go. I'm just
Okay, okay.
conflicted about everything right now.
Checking. Okay, Dial, you said you wanted to say something regarding what Parlo was saying earlier regarding the conversation that we had?
Oh yeah. Parlo, why did you I told you yesterday what you said to Gwamgo when he brought it up. Why are you glossing over the fact you called Gwamgo, and I quote, on God, a bored, retarded person for 15
what?
whole
Where?
fucking
What
minutes?
retarded person?
A bored, retarded person. That's
Bored.
exactly what you said. Did you not? And then you
Bored.
left. No, you called Gwamgo a bored. I'm not talking about
Yes,
that
no,
board
I'm
gamer.
asking, are you saying bold, retarded person?
Bored. B-O-R-E-D. Bored.
Dude, we've all called each other retards. Yeah, I called
Yeah,
that in
no,
a fucking...
then that's all you said the entire call. You
Yeah,
didn't take
I
him
was...
serious
yeah,
at all.
you want me to be transparent? I was fucking livid that everyone was making jokes about the situation when it was extremely stressful for me to deal with, and I didn't know what to do. I shouldn't have said it. Everyone calls me retards. You guys all call me retards. I call you retards. We do it as jokes. That wasn't a joke. That was an insult. Shouldn't have said it. But I said it at the heat of the moment, and then I left. I left because I was really angry. I didn't want to argue anymore, so I just got out the situation. If I wanted to argue more, I'd be throwing a lot more, oh, I hate you, why are you doing this? Like, yeah, I'd leave. I left. Shouldn't have said it. Heat of the moment.
Someone asked this question in chat, and I'll ask you because I think a lot of people want to know. What exactly are you taking accountability for? And what do you deny? What do you take accountability for, and what do you deny?
I'll go with what I deny first. No, I'll go with what I'm taking accountability for first. Saying that I'll change and always reverting back, I take about a fucking 2 week time where I do try and change, and then I end up reverting back when it's just like clockwork. Being chronically online, being impulsive, saying shit that I find funny and other people may find funny, but I don't think about how that would affect the other person. Being edgy, being down the reform alt-right pipeline back in 2024 and making comments that could be deemed as like bigoted and shit to people. Apologizing to Arhum for the things I said about like his religion and stuff like that. Leaving the internet.
You take
Being
accountability.
not being hang on, not being transparent about my past financial history, which led people to believe that I was in a more disparaging position than I was. What else? Oh yeah, a big part was as well. I mean, it was going over how, looking back on it all, how embarrassing it was for people who associated with me in the past to now be seen. I mean, being seen as basically, in all better terms, of course, negating the pedophile shit. Basically, Natty fucking Forsyth level shit, like being gross, disgusting, sexual deviant, and having everyone now be seen being
Just
associated with the likes of me. I'm not comparing myself to the
just it.
allegations of her, just the bad press that comes from it. I'm not comparing myself to her. On God, I'm not. It is just the fact that it was radioactive suicide to be associated with me, and I said I do not fault anyone for not wanting to speak with me because of the actions that I have caused myself and inadvertently caused damage to them as well. That's what I take accountability for in a video. I word it better, and on God, it's not made by AI. Now, what I deny is, of course, the main claim that's going around somehow, some fucking how, of me being a pedophile. And then people using that to claim that I'm like the next Potemer and shit like that. That's being on God, that's going around. That's like a massive fucking thing. People are coming from your video and saying, you've betrayed us, you've become what you swore to destroy, you are now a predator. You're as bad as Kaneko Kitten. This isn't a straw man. I literally have the screenshots, there's a fuck ton of them. But what I also deny is that it's charity fraud and scamming. That would improve that there's malicious intent behind that. I have the proof that it was not misappropriated or anything like that, and I after being staunch and being fucking stoic about me not being that much in a wrong, I button my shit up and doing stuff to give the money back. Even if the people don't want the money back, I just want to give the money back because I just don't feel comfortable taking that money after the controversy that's transpired from it, and also because I've seen a few people say that they just want their money back. I'm not pocketing it. I'm not stealing it. It was never anything like that. It was that I was in a genuine. I mean, I'm going to show in my video as well how I had to stay at friends' houses. I didn't have a house, being kicked out, had to deal with a police report with my fucking father and shit like that. It's bleak.
I interject. Wait, hold on. Give me a second to interject here. Okay, the whole entire situation where you got kicked out from your father's house, at that point in time, I don't believe you were getting kicked out of your father. You were staying with your fathers at the time you started that GoFundMe.
Yes,
So
no,
again,
yes, I did. That I'm not saying that was in the same time frame. I'm saying shortly after I got given it, that is where it happened, and shit got even worse. So I was already about okay. No, take a timeline. Take a timeline. Take a timeline. A timeline. So September, in a really bad position. I can't make videos. Then I get the strikes. Then I have to take the videos down. So now I don't have passive income. So now I'm stunted. So then I also have to expend money to like solicitor fees and shit like that. So then I make the GoFundMe. Before that, the situation gets exacerbated even worse by the fact that I now have to rebuy devices which the police have bullshittedly taken from me. So that's already bad. Then, indefensibly, I become really desperate and I want to get a good social life. So I pay for the ticket of this person before I ever get the funds transferred from the GoFundMe into my account. Before. And at that time, there was only about like 100, 200, something like that. Then it shot up to 500. But that was retarded. It's probably the most embarrassing thing in Roblox history. It's fucking pathetic. It's genuinely, there's no other words other than embarrassing. I mean, it's really fucking bad. But it was not prostitution, and I did not get the funds from the GoFundMe to buy for that. But it's bad. And I should have said, I should have not done the GoFundMe.
I've said this like how many times now? I've lost track. I've said this at least 10 times to you now. Once you start a GoFundMe, doesn't matter if you took the money at a later date from the GoFundMe, once you start a GoFundMe that you need money from people to help live, all of your financial, the whole entire of your bank account, everything you spend your money on, it matters. You sending what was it, 1,400? I believe for the plane ticket alone it was like 1,170 and something.
1,100, 300 for the other stuff, something like that.
So it was about $1,400, or it was 1,400. It could have been a little bit more than that, but you still spent 1,400 at the time that you started that GoFundMe. Sorry, a week after you started the GoFundMe. You overall, I mean, you even if you didn't claim the money from the GoFundMe, you were still collecting money from people while you were flying out a gay furry Nazi for sex.
I did not know that they were a fucking Nazi. That shit was told to me that they got it gifted on Steam in order to fucking make them look like as a friendly thing. Like some friend came over, bought them that game, did it to fuck with them.
Even if that were true, which I don't think it is, they had to accept the game in order to actually have it in their inventory.
Yeah, and that's a completely justified thing you can criticize them for. But I know their political beliefs. I don't think them getting a retarded game on Steam is indicative of their actual political beliefs.
How do you know his political beliefs, but not really, know what he does, how he behaves, how he smelled like?
Well, we can discuss politics on call, and then seeing them in real life is like two completely tangentially different things. Like,
can you deal with
it's like a child in real life. Are you saying that he has like identity disorders?
I don't know. Listen, I know what his politics were. He's like a very big, like, liberal, hate fascist, pro-LGBT, like all of this shit that's like completely disaligned from America First or Nick Fuentes or anything fucking like that. So, yeah, I don't think that he's a Nazi. I think I haven't looked at his Steam. I don't think I even have him added on Steam. So I don't know. This was something brought up by like KF, and I kind of just brushed it off because he told me that it was like some retarded joke his friends were pulling on him. I don't know.
Was his were his friends like pulling a joke on him when he was like showing furry porn in his Discord server? Yeah.
I didn't
That's
see that he sent furry porn. I think I had this talk with Mr. M as well. I don't believe it was furry porn. It was a furry calendar that he had apparently. But I think he was about 19 at the time, and he had this calendar, and he was like really fucking. There was also brought up in the Dicker's live stream as well. He has like a history of mismanaging like Discord servers. So do I, but he's had it a slightly few more times. Not too sure about that. Listen, I mean, we could bring it up if you want, if any of you have got the logs, but maybe I was
mean,
too charitable.
you could message Mr. M if you want. In the meantime, I mean, what's your response to the whole situation with Avalon, with that group chat?
I wasn't really active in the group chat. I went back after I spoke to Avalon about it. Avalon was telling me like how he was trying to condition. Well, that's what I said it as, but he was basically saying he was bringing up like 3 worries and stuff like that to him while he was still 17. I said that shit was really gross, and he was referring to me to like group chats that we had where like right after he had sent these like images and shit. I didn't pay attention to him beforehand because the whole idea about like going out in October was like something that I was still partially dissuaded from because I didn't really want to spend all that money. And also it was like kind of awkward regardless to rush into such a thing that fucking quickly. But when I looked back on it, I'm like, yeah, wait, dude, this is like really fucking bad. This is like really gross shit. And
Wait,
so I put it in the document.
Wait, you weren't active in both group chats, the Oktoberfest and the one where he was counting down till his birthday, right? Is that what you're saying?
No, I saw the one where Avalon was counting down to his birthday, but I never knew about the unsolicited images shit.
When did you find out about it? Because you included it in your document, so you clearly did
Yeah,
find out.
when I was scrambling for stuff to like use to show like a pattern of behavior, I spoke to Avalon. Avalon told me to look into the group chat, and I'm like, oh shit, literally happening openly.
So again, when did you find out?
So the document was finished being created on the 16th, so probably like the situation happened on the 13th. I think I started working on the document on the 14th, 15th. Something like that.
Not sure. I mean, do you have anything that could back you up on this? Screenshots, anything? Your DMs with Avalon?
I mean, Avalon can attest, but they're probably like asleep or busy right now.
He's in the stage right now.
Where?
In the
Can we
audience.
drag him up?
Ask frevv. I don't have perms to for some reason.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh wait, hold on.
What is this? Oh, okay, never mind. I just saw the yeah, okay. He doesn't want to talk about it publicly. I'll have to speak on his behalf. So, like, do you want me just to fucking go back into my Google document, go into version history, and just search that up? Because I can't do that. I'm on my phone right now. I don't have my laptop on me.
Version history wouldn't really do anything.
Wait, it would show when I got the screenshots to put it in the document talking about that specific situation. I can't really prove a negative. Prove that you didn't know it. Well, I didn't. Like, how am I meant to prove that I didn't?
Can you prove? Are you still in this group chat? If you could prove that you were if you could prove that you were inactive, then I mean,
he kicked us. He fucking kicked us. On God, he kicked us. I'm searching it right now. I mean, like, how am I don't understand how I'm meant to prove.
You understand that this is like a he said, she said. That there's like.
Well, I mean, you're the one who levied the claim that I like knew about this beforehand, and I can't really prove that I didn't because I got kicked out the group chat, and I don't have my computer to show access version history on my Google document. I didn't know. I did. There's no way, unless I went to Avalon first, which I didn't until after, because
Wait.
Avalon was confiding with me about Wolfgang's behavior. There is no way that I could have known that Wolfgang allegedly, when he was 17, went and was bringing up these topics of conversation, or saying this kind of stuff in private DMs, or being this fucking weird. I didn't pay attention to it. It wasn't something that crossed my fucking mind. I didn't see it.
Just a quick question. Where's your computer at right now? The one that you bought for 2.1K. Is it at Avalon's place or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, mods, just ban people who are saying that this is fucking scamming. This is like really pathetic level rage baiting.
That's actually another thing I want to talk about. Why are you banning people who are saying it was scamming? Because I mean, like it or not, it was scamming at the end of
It
the
wasn't
day.
scamming.
Didn't you say that you were taking accountability for this like 20 minutes ago?
And
30
didn't you
minutes ago?
go? Didn't you ask me for the list of things that I was going to debunk? It's not scamming. Fundamentally, it's not scamming.
What did you use the funds for? Okay, sorry. You're gonna say it was for bills. What was the first thing you purchased or did with all your savings, all your bank account in your bank? What did you do first? What
When
did you purchase?
when I got the payments, it was
Up.
for food.
When you opened the GoFundMe?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you opened the GoFundMe, what was the first thing that you purchased throughout that whole week? You spent one and a half. We'll say $1,500. You spent $1,500 to
Wait,
fly out Wolfgang.
this is retroactive reframing. When I got the money from the GoFundMe after it was transferred, I only used it for food.
It doesn't matter. Oh my god! How many times have I said this on stage? It doesn't matter when you got the money. You opened up a GoFundMe, then a week later you flew out a gay furry for sex. Or sorry, gay furry Nazi for sex. I want to emphasize the Nazi part.
I don't think that he's a fucking Nazi.
Okay, well you're changing the top. Okay, so what would that
You
be?
keep saying I think he's a fucking Nazi. I think he's a Nazi. I don't think he's a Nazi. It's not scamming. It genuinely, fundamentally is not scamming. Scamming is a malicious practice where you misappropriate funds in order to fucking screw over people. I wasn't doing that. I did a really fucking stupid. Let's not be bad faith here. I did a really stupid fucking thing, which was buying that plane ticket. That exacerbated my fucking financial decision and made it 10 times worse. The money which I got from that GoFundMe was given and put into uni expenses and food, which is what was advertised on the thing. And regardless, I have taken steps to now give the money back. I don't understand how this remains a point of contention. Because people weren't even saying that it was scamming anymore. They were making the argument that it was deceptive. To some degree, to them, it could be deceptive. But to my degree, I didn't know that all my past financial history would be brought up for making this GoFundMe.
You're saying past as if you started the GoFundMe after you already paid for the tickets.
The GoFundMe was created. You need to do action in order to transfer the money. I didn't do that until after both the tickets and the laptop were purchased. So therefore the money was then transferred into my account, and therefore the money was then used on food. Because I was down, what, 4,500?
Again, you're kind of skipping the main point here. Let me ask you a question. Let's say, for example, who's a YouTuber you like?
None.
Okay, I don't give a shit. Let's say your friend was having a situation where, let's say he's being sued, and he makes a GoFundMe saying that he needs to save up money to do this, to do that, to fight this shit, whatever it is, whatever it may be in court. And you want to donate him, let's say, $100, because I've seen some people donate to you $100 on that GoFundMe. And then it comes out that that person, after he made the GoFundMe, about a week later, he flew out, went to have a Diddy party. Well, he went to a Diddy party using those funds. He spent $1,000 to fly to a Diddy party. What would you do? How would you feel? Would you
If he
feel like
used those funds to go to a Diddy party where he rapes kids.
okay, you're just changing the whole story. I just say he goes to a Diddy party. He has gay sex, let's say. How would you feel about that?
If he used the funds to do that.
Yeah, if you spend $1,000, if he was donated, let's say $500 as an example.
Yeah, if he was donated money and used that money to do something that he wasn't like advertised to like appropriate, then yeah.
He started this hypothetical individual started GoFundMe about a week before flying out. So he started GoFundMe a week ago. Let's say today he flew out for gay sex. How would you feel about that?
And are we saying that like he linked his account to his?
Okay,
Oh my God.
let's drop the hypothetical. Okay, if you were a person, if it wasn't your GoFundMe, and if it wasn't you who went out for gay sex, how would you feel if you were the person who donated money to you?
You do realize GoFundMe has a
Holy
policy
shit.
where you have to link that to your account in order to transfer the money. Are we saying that after that happened, the funds were then appropriated to that? Or are we talking about the money was just locked on that GoFundMe and he spent his own money to do that?
Am I saying this question poorly or something?
No, because here's the thing with GoFundMe. I don't think you've had a GoFundMe before. Your GoFundMe money remains in that until you transfer it to your account. Are we talking about the fact that they have the GoFundMe, the money is trapped on that, not verified, and it has not been transferred, and they've spent their own money to do that?
Doesn't
To the
matter.
Diddy
It
party.
doesn't matter when the money came into your bank account. What matters is that you started a GoFundMe asking people for money for legal shit, and then a week later you started going out, flying out people for gay sex. That's the issue. I don't understand what was so complicated about my question. I mean, how would you feel if you donated to yourself?
If I donated to myself.
And
Well,
obviously it wasn't your GoFundMe. How would you feel like that? About that, sorry.
well, I would feel discouraged from wanting to donate again. Not appreciative at all. Would be pissed.
Okay. If you had absolutely no bias, you'd say you were scammed.
I wouldn't say I was scammed, but I would be asking for my money back pretty much, which is what I did in the end of the day.
Okay.
Because regardless of if it was scamming or not, I do believe to some partial point that it was I wasn't transparent and it was partially deceptive in the sense that I didn't bring up my past history. I should have done that. It looks fucked on a piece of paper because I didn't talk about how the fact that I spent my money on a laptop, on a phone, on a plane ticket. So when I was asking for money, I never made it clear that I was broke, but I understood how people would derive that from it. Because it was right after a situation to do with an arrest. I showed pictures of antidepressants, which I had, and stuff like that. And to some people, that may seem like a call for help, like I'm homeless, and this, that, and the other. And while that did happen after, at the time, it was incredibly retarded to have spent a plane ticket at that time period while asking for that GoFundMe. I mean, I myself agree that the audacity of it is stupid, so I refunded the shit back. I was told by people there's no point in refunding because the damage is done, but that's not true at all. If one person wants to prove that they didn't have the malicious intent to scam, they would give the money back. And honestly, despite my position right now, there's not an excuse whatsoever to relinquished the funds from people, so I taking action to give it back. I can show that I'm in contact with 2 operatives who work at GoFundMe. I never denied the fact that people would be pissed from it. I would be pissed as well. But categorically, I do not believe that it is scamming. But the argument still remains that to some degrees it is deceptive.
Okay,
Not
so
deceptive in
Parlo,
the malicious way, in this regard, but deceptive in such a sense that I was so retarded that I wasn't transparent. And that's what I'm not going to disagree on. It was deceptive in the way that it was so retarded for me not to have been clear with people what I had done in the past. And if I could do anything, it's not making that GoFundMe again. GoFundMe should only be made at some critical conjuncture or point where people like desperately need it. And at a point, I'm in a much worse position than I am in now, but I'm not going to ever have the audacity of having a GoFundMe again because I feel like the trust at that point, I'm not going to plan to break it again because even though I don't want to break trust again, I'm just going to leave the internet, of course, after all of this. But I am retarded. That should be the agreement of everyone here. It was a retarded payment for that plane ticket,
Parlo.
but it wasn't
so
malicious.
you say you don't believe it's scamming. So if you don't believe it's scamming, there's a chance it still could be. So could you, at the very least, stop telling your mods to ban people if they say you're scamming? Because you keep saying
No,
fundamentals
because
is not
there's a
scamming.
fundamental difference. There's a fundamental difference. Scamming would infer that it was directly malicious. I mean, I had people trying to compare me to the Haley Welsh crypto pump and dump shit. That's not true at all. Scamming
I
infers
wouldn't say it's to
directly.
that degree, but can you at least see why it appears malicious just from the time you started to GoFundMe to the plane tickets and now this? Like,
Yes, it
people
was
have
retarded.
you said they have an understandable reason to be upset, and if someone's upset, they're probably going to feel scammed. So that is probably why a lot of people online right now are saying they feel scammed. That can change. If you keep building a defense, that could be changed. You've done it before. You've overcame these allegations before. I don't see any reason why you can't here. But banning people outright does not help
Wait.
your case.
Hold on, Dial. Wait, hold on a second. Sorry, Parlo. What exactly was it that you just said? Sorry, I just want you to repeat yourself, if you can. You were
I
cutting
know,
out.
I know people are recording, but I don't. I want to be transparent about this. It wasn't scamming because that would be directly malicious, but it was retarded. It was deceptive categorically, even though it's not the way I intended it to be. And I should have understood that when you create a GoFundMe, you have an immense amount of responsibility to be as open as possible about your financial place. And I did not understand that the plane ticket would become a contention point because I was so fucking gooner-brained and retarded that since I was like, okay, it's my own money. And since, okay, now I've just wasted a lot of money, I'm in that position now regardless. Because my entire point here was that I was in a shit position financially. I've just spent a fuck ton of money. Now I'm in even worse a position. So now I have even more reason to do this
Sorry,
GoFundMe. And that shouldn't have been my stunt.
Okay, so before, hold on. You admitted you admit that it's deceptive, right? The whole GoFundMe thing.
Yeah, it missed crucial information, yes.
Okay, so do you know what the definition of scamming is?
You do realize scamming has to be deliberately malicious. That's the number one point I'm trying to provide here.
It doesn't matter if it was malicious or not. It doesn't. The definition of scamming is to use to deceive people to gain money or possessions from someone, fraudulently swindle or defraud. You admitted that it's a scam.
It's not a scam. It's not done maliciously in order to extract funds or misappropriate them.
You just admitted that it was a scam. You just said that it was deceptive.
It was misleading. If we want to do semantical, it's because you're reading the scam definition. The meaning of scam is a fraudulent or deceptive act or operation. It's none of those. It's none of those. It's not scam.
Deceptive act in the definition.
It was deceptive to certain degrees to people because it relinquished key information. Information that I did not realize would be vital for putting in a GoFundMe like that.
So it's scamming.
It's not scamming.
Just like talking to a brick wall. What else do you want to talk about on the stage, Parlo?
Well, I'm being maligned as a fucking pedophile to hundreds of thousands of people right now, so I want to cover that.
You already did in the beginning of the stage.
I didn't, and it's not getting through to anyone. I mean, at least Tanuki had the courtesy of, inside 50 paragraphs of sexual harassment, putting in that I'm not a pedophile, but I'm getting an awful lot of people who are trying to nuke raid the server and call me a pedophile. Over a GoFundMe, by the way, which I'm actively refunding.
Regarding Alex Tanuki, what was the point of you constantly bringing her up? I mean, I know she was the one who originally made the tweet, which I wouldn't say caused the whole situation to blow up as it did. It didn't. It didn't. Wolfgang's document got 1,000 likes on Twitter before he took it down, and I believe it was like 80,000 views before he took it down. I know Tanuki made a lot of tweets about it, but she was more criticizing.
I saw
What?
his document. His document got 162 likes, 6,500 views.
Before he took it down, it was at around 1,000 likes.
Why was I being outrightly claimed that my document had 100,000 views? My document had about 4,000. 4,040 likes.
Your document was being
4,000
spread.
views, 40 likes.
Your document was being spread by Tanuki. That's not the point that I'm trying to make here. Your document may have been spread by Tanuki. The whole situation got spread more by Wolfgang, not necessarily Tanuki.
Yes, so I was put in a position where I either don't respond, and Wolfgang, of course, comes out and this all fucks me over irregardless, or I do respond and this shit would have happened. There was really no winning. Can you deny that? Yes or no? There was absolutely no winning in the position I was in, despite me wanting it to remain private.
I feel if your document was structured a little bit differently and didn't mention the fact that you had a purple dildo shoved up your ass.
That wasn't mine. That was something that he brought to me and pushed me to use. That was not mine. I do not have that. I did not own that. I did not want to do it, and I did not.
I feel like the document would have been just a tad bit better if that one segment was removed.
Yes, but the reason why it was brought up was to show a greater pan on the fact that how I was pushed to do things that I didn't exactly want to do. I wouldn't need to bring it up, but it's to build up a pattern, a bigger story about what was happening. I had to go mask off, I had to get all the skeletons, and I had to just fucking push it there for people to actually understand the full context.
And you thought it was appropriate to include all of this information to who? To people from your Discord server, to people on Twitter?
No, not my Discord server, and I didn't want it to become public. I got told last minute that I had to just fucking push it out there to at least fucking Himpleton, because his document was going to come out. He gets about thousands and thousands of views on YouTube. How am I meant to counter that? I didn't want to make it go onto YouTube. I certainly didn't want it to go into my Discord server. I wanted the least amount of people to know, but the most to the point where it wouldn't cause as much damage. There was physically nothing I could do with surgical precision that would have dealt with this situation. I had tried over and over and over and over again for fucking weeks for this to remain private. You know I did. And you know why I went to you and asked for videos? I was going to make them myself, and I wanted to self-censor myself but include the information necessary so you wouldn't get a child safety. I wanted you to, your fucking channel to push a video out only if Wolfgang came out first. And I would have done that when we were under the contract of making videos on your channel. Obviously, like, it's out of the picture now, but that's what I wanted it to be.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is not only did you want to make a document about all this, which you did end up making public, you also wanted to make the details from that document public on my YouTube channel.
No, you're misinterpreting what I'm saying. I made the document.
No.
No. The document at the very bottom of the page stated it would only ever become public if he went public first, because I had to defend myself. I had literally just stated 2 seconds ago on fucking call right here that when you covered it on your channel, when I covered it on your channel, I was going to self-censor literally everything so you wouldn't get a child safety strike. I would only include the shit that was like I could very like subtly talk about, which wouldn't fucking freak anyone the hell out. It was going to be done on my own volition because I know the situation more than anyone. Why would I get someone else to talk about a situation that's really personal to me? And why would I then risk the channel getting mass reported and taken down if I was overtly explicit? The document had trigger warnings in there because I didn't want people who didn't want to see it to come across this vile fucking shit. You think I'm not embarrassed from it all? There's a reason why I wanted it to become private, not just because it was embarrassing, but because it dealt a lot of fucking stress for me.
Hold on. You keep on saying you wanted it private, but I mean, after you publicized it, I mean, I told you numerous times in the call that we had that like this shit needs to be made private immediately.
There was no way that he was going to remain. There's no way I could communicate to him for him to go fucking private because he was going and waffling to all these channels. There's nothing I could have done at that point. When he went public, he completely fought because he was being lied to. Commentary YouTubers went to him and said that I was planning to gear up and make it public. That turned out to be a lie, proven. But he was 100% under the idea that I was gearing up to make some big response. If I had just done no communication, he would assume that it was going to be a bigger document or a bigger video. There was literally nothing really I could have done because he was being lied to and he was going out telling all these people and it was getting spread to Himpleton with 60 viewers, Dickers with 500 viewers. I mean, God knows how fucking big it would have got regardless. I mean, I'm very certain as well Tanuki would have picked up on the document and pushed it out the way she did beforehand. I would have loved for it to be sorted privately. And you know what? I would have loved to still get the shit that I had for the fucking GoFundMe. I wasn't rich or had a stable income at the time that the GoFundMe was made. Like,
I can't seem to understand one thing. When exactly did Wolfgang get the impression that you were going public with all of this? Was it from you messaging people that you're going public with this? Because you've asked me on numerous occasions. It wasn't just the November 3rd screenshot where you asked me to go public or to make a video about it.
No. Okay, every time I said time for a video, time for a video, time for a video, you would only take that seriously when I tell you that I am making the script and gathering the screenshots. This is me telling you to be prepared for whatever happens, because it was so fucking unpredictable with him. Then on the 8th, he came, right, beforehand, got my mutual really stressed. I have proof of this, by the way, it's in my document. I'll put it in announcements. So my mutual came to me and was extremely stressed because Wolfgang was basically stating, I want this all to become public. Everyone look in announcements. I want this all to become public. And if you don't, then if you don't concede with me or get in a call, it's going to go all out there. And when me and Wolfgang eventually spoke, we eventually came to a concession that we're going to keep this private and we're going to deal with this just legally, whatever, like a NDA or some sort, or a Google document, basically de-escalating the situation. So yeah, that's what we agreed to. Then a commentary YouTuber came out, was trying to like simmer up tensions for content. I don't blame them. I would do the same thing, and was basically playing, especially him, got him into the notion that I was about to come out, and on the 10th, geared up and released it at like 2 a.m. 2 a.m. on the 10th, my time. This was all in the Dickers live stream.
Okay. So, sorry. Just a quick question. It's related to what you're saying. You wanted to make a video yourself. So how exactly would you go? I mean, the document, we already saw how shit that went. How exactly were you planning on addressing this in a video?
Well, I was
Were you-
hoping that the document would be just it, and then I could just go on making fucking 2 slow videos. But if a video were to be taken into fold here, it would be a video that obviously didn't talk about. It would leave out like any unnecessary details, but it would go over. It would censor all like these fucking crazy ass disgusting things that I've done in other videos. like the dupe situation and shit like that. I've dealt with that addressing Burger as well. Like I've always self-censored anything that's like cringe and shit like that. But this video would be a lot more toned down, a lot more acceptable in the YouTube algorithm. Wouldn't be struck down because, I mean, the whole point of creating this video is, first of all, to get as many views as possible, but for also to generate revenue to keep the channel going.
Wait.
My main thing here, however, would be the fact to push back any misinformation, make my point clear, and hopefully just put the situation to rest. But it would go over basically
Okay, but just
the
for clarity, though, you wouldn't mention the whole part where you explained or told Wolfgang when's the last time you jerked off, or the
no.
purple.
Okay, those screenshots. No, you gotta understand. So you bring these up in the video. They're not the main point of contention in the documents. The only reason why those conversations are brought up is to show basically how I would disengage from the topic. Every time that he would try and elicit or engineer a reaction, I would be disengaged from responding. I would not reciprocate. I would make excuses why I don't want to engage and shit like that. That was my point. And unfortunately, the only way I could prove that was by also showing some of the wretched fucking message history. I'm not proud of it. I'm really not fucking proud of it. But there was no way I could have proved that point without showing the entire message logs.
How would you go about proving this point in a video?
Specifically censor those messages. The document will like have everything in case like in terms of like full archives and shit. But a video, it would censor like really bad shit, and it would just focus on the fact that I'm not reciprocating, and that I could summarize pretty fucking quickly. If needs
If you
be, I could have done it on my own channel. I was speaking to Avalon about like the terms
if
of
you
bringing
could
up on my
censor
own
it,
channel.
if you censored it in the video, I don't understand what the problem was with not with with censoring with not censoring it on the document. I don't know why
Because
you
because the document, because with the document, it's not the same as a YouTube video that's going to be viewed by tens and tens and tens and tens and tens and tens of thousands of people. And the document is going to be the thing that's going to be picked up by the commentary YouTubers. Normally, commentary YouTubers have older demographic viewer base. Now, I can't say for certain that there isn't one person, but like the thing is, when I express or talk about the situation, you do realize how these commentary YouTubers act. They will pick apart, pick and pick and pick and pick. If they find one little inconsistency or one little situation where I have left out a DM, they will bash you for it. I mean, when Wolfgang deleted one specific message, which made him look bad, he was bashed for it for at least 30 fucking minutes. It was a very precarious position. Extremely precarious. I didn't want that document to come out. But, like, what do you think I could have done? I mean, realistically, I'm asking you, what do you think I could have done if I had a time machine?
First of all, you shouldn't have rushed into it head first. I mean, you released your defense document. I can't even be called a defense document if I'm being honest. You released your document in return, like, what, 5 minutes after he dropped his? You didn't even think
So,
30
wait, no, his document came out an hour before, an hour to 40 minutes beforehand. Himpleton got done reading it, and then he kept asking me for where's mine, because I told him that I was working on
5
mine.
minutes, 5 minutes, 40 minutes. It's that doesn't really matter. That little time frame doesn't really matter. You still dropped it. You had no time to at all to think about whether you should drop it, whether you shouldn't drop it. You didn't even bother asking me. You didn't bother. I'm not sure if you asked Avalon. I know Avalon and you spoke before this, even a couple of days before, and Avalon told you back then that it was a horrible idea. But you just dropped this like 40 minutes later. I mean,
We all there was a mind
there
there was a change in mind in private that actually getting ahead of the situation and being as transparent as possible would be the best idea. I mean, I showed a document and excerpts of it to like certain commentary YouTubers who were telling me, okay, you seem reasonable in this document. I mean, it's cringe as fuck. You're gonna get made fun of, but you kind of do prove your point here. And
Can
I'm
we
like,
ask
okay.
who those YouTubers were, if possible?
Yeah, so let me show you the screenshots. So there was a group chat formed between me, Samuel, Ace Howler, and I was talking about the document. I was showing the examples of like the what I claimed to be like zoophilia orientated like subjects and shit like that was being discussed, which I was then putting into the document and stuff like that. I'd read the document, read excerpts of it, and they were like, "Yep, that makes sense. That makes sense." I shared a little bit of it to Dickers as well before I went on the Himpleton live stream. Dickers was like more of like a like what's the word, when I'm trying to rationalize the situation before I get on stream. So I was kind of just like speaking to him to kind of get like what topics I'm going to bring up on stream and shit like that. So like people knew about this document. I wasn't being told specifically not to release this document, only that it would be better if both parties remained private about it all. That's yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ban this person who says that I have sexual diseases. It's completely fucking retarded and like extremely fucking gross. Can we like have a policy where like we stop bringing up like these disgusting sexual charged comments? Because like if I'm being criticized for being open about like my fucking sexual trauma and shit like that, why are we allowing like these literal children to come in and make fun of it
This is
and
your
be like
server.
sexual deviants and degenerates and shit like that? I mean, it's in your server as well.
But this is your server. So why are you telling us that? If you see an issue, fix it. It's your server.
I've just told you it's in your server as well. Some of the members
So we will fix
in
it
your
in
server,
ours.
I will
But this is
literally post this.
actively your
I'm
server.
gonna post this. I'm gonna post this. You have two members who are present in your server, Warthog and this other person as well, who are openly just making like extremely gross sexual fucking comments about me. They're just allowed in there.
We'll warn them, but this is your server. If you see an issue in your server, fix it.
Person's just told me to kill myself. Great. How have I been? Yeah, and there's this rumor going around that I've backstabbed people and been lying the entire time. Lying about fucking what? What is this blanket term that's being used right now? I've not backstabbed anyone or gone back on my word or fucking done any of that. And editors have been paid as well.
Frevv received his payment?
Yes, everyone's been paid. Cormax has
Yeah,
been
I
paid.
have.
Okay.
Why did Cormax have to get locked into a contract yesterday to receive
He
payment?
didn't get locked into a contract. He initiated
That's
a contract
completely
in order
different than
to
what his
engage
Twitter
with all of
said.
this. I
He had
didn't
to enter into a
I didn't
fucking
lock a
contract to get
contract with
paid.
him. He came to me about the contract.
Why is he
Why?
claiming that you guys have a contract?
The contract, because so we had agreed to be paying in blocks. I had about 6,000 on my nationwide, I think, at the very start of it all. This was a couple months ago. I didn't know how much I had, just that I was
Nationwide, the
spending a shit ton on.
insurance thing.
Let me finish. I didn't check how much I had because I barely looked at that app. All I knew was that I was spending like a shit ton of money on like the stuff that we've already discussed, and I was doing block chunk payments. Then I stopped. Then when Cormax was talking about like my financial history in terms of the allegations, then I brought up how much I had in the past, which was like a month or two ago. Then he was like, "Why didn't you pay this beforehand then if you had all this money?" Which was justified at the time. It was just I didn't know how much money I had on my nationwide, just that any applicable expenses that I just had, I would just spend it. I mean, for example, if I didn't have enough money on my card to get a computer, I'd just get the next cheapest one. My financial, like, as I said, literally on that Discord screenshot, my financial history is shit. I'm not good with money. That's why I normally typically have other people who deal with my finances for me.
And like, whoever's recording, don't take this as I'm trying to make a point. I'm just genuinely curious. If you want someone to do your financials, did someone tell you to buy the most expensive laptop possible, because if you are struggling with money,
No, I'm only
and the
having
cops
someone
took
like
your laptop,
I'm only having close friends help me with finances now because I realize how much of bad of a position I'm in. You would have
Did
thought if I had
friends
anyone
tell you
helping
that?
me at the time, they would have probably said not to do that 1,000 plane ticket.
But like with the laptop and the phone, did they tell you, yeah, you should buy a 2.6 your currency? My bad. If I'm getting the number wrong, I apologize. But regardless, really expensive laptop. Like, if you want to conserve money, I don't think you need to buy a $2K laptop. I get the need to have a laptop. I do. I really do. But what's the difference that the $2,000 laptop can accomplish compared to maybe, like, let's say a $1.5 laptop? Like, laptop. Like,
Sorry, I'm just banning a bunch of fucking disgusting freaks.
Okay.
Continue.
well, I'm just waiting for your response. Like, why did it have to be a $2,000 laptop? Who encouraged you to do that?
No one encouraged me to do it.
Was this when you were doing your finances yourself, or was this one of your
Yes,
friends
I've
helping you?
just said that someone's helping me now. I didn't have anyone who was helping me at the time, so I just bought until I got myself in a deep fucking hole, and I didn't consult anyone because I didn't have anyone to consult with about it, and I just fucked myself over.
Okay. That was it. Thank you.
Muted. Hello?
Dude, I'm looking at the bios of some of these actual subhuman cretins. They're literally fucking 15. Literal fucking. If any of you, if the tide changes against any of you guys, just understand you'll be facing the exact same fucking shit.
I'm sorry, what?
If the tide ever changes and you ever get into the same controversy I'm in right now, then just understand that you'll be facing this exact same shit as well.
Parlo, I have a question.
Okay.
No one's asked it yet, but why did you pay for Wolfgang to come out instead of him paying it for himself?
He didn't have enough
Assuming-
money on him.
Did he not know your financial situation at the time? Or?
I didn't make it clear.
Oh, okay.
I just kind of just fucking did it because I was desperate.
Yeah.
Did
Like
he know
I'm
that
gonna
you
be
were
honest. I'm
coming?
gonna be honest with all 400 people in chat. Do you really find it fucking acceptable to like malign someone as a pedophile, tell them to kill themselves, and then also just make like disgusting, gross sexual comments? Like some of you guys are 14, 15, talking about like the most disgusting shit in fucking chat. Like sure, scamming is fucking bad, and all of this shit's like fundamentally bad. But how do you think that like saying this shit will fix the situation? How do you think that, like, saying slurs or attacking people?
Hold on. I think you're now finally starting to understand why it was a mistake to make all this public.
Like, in that call, this was the whole fucking concern. That's why gwamgo is telling you that, and why we got you in the call 20 minutes after you left. Like, do you see our point now?
I'm gonna be dead honest, it's your video that kind of caused all of this to blow up,
No,
I'm gonna be dead honest.
the video is a byproduct of your situation. The situation
Yes,
could
but
have
it
been avoided
definitely
if
much
you opened
inflamed
your
the
eyes.
situation to the point where this shit's gonna...
You lit the flame. You lit the flame. Please do not
None of
blame
this is
anyone else.
criticism, by the way, guys in
Wolfgang
chat.
is a
But
piece of shit. Don't get me wrong.
I'm
He
not
shouldn't have forced you
focusing
to do
on
anything.
Wolfgang right now. I just want
But
to,
this is
like...
your situation.
Yeah, I just
We
want
didn't call
to
you to-
I want to rectify the situation, deal with it, ensure that this never happens again, and leave in peace. Not like kill yourself, kill yourself, kill yourself. You're a pedophile, you're a pedophile. You're a subhuman piece of shit. You've lied about everything. Potimer is innocent. Which I'm seeing all over the place now. How is that shit acceptable? Like, what kind
It
of
isn't,
community
and you
are we
have
fucking...
seen me, gwamgo, and the other people in the staff team in gwamgo's server saying, we never at any point in time called you a pedophile.
That doesn't matter. You can't make a video like that. Not you don't even discourage harassment. You leave it up to the idea that you don't even mention Wolfgang's age. So when you say that there's really disgusting situation I can't talk about, and then you show like out of context crop sexual DMs, of course children are going to derive that that's fucking like something to do with pedophilia, in which they have. Tons of them fucking have. And tons of them will think that this now is pedophilia. Tons of people think that Wolfgang is a child. Like, this is actually fucking unbelievable. Like, I'm genuinely taking steps to deal with the situation, fuck off, and probably never come back.
Mm-hmm.
And then people are saying that I'm not taking accountability. I have in this call, and I want to do anything to rectify my mistakes. And then people are still coming in and telling me to die. Are we really? Are we seriously taking the piss right now?
What's taking the piss?
I genuinely can't see how people don't find a problem with this. I know YouTubers who've done genuinely horrible fucking shit. I did not know you could get death threats for the GoFundMe shit.
I mean, technically, you did mislead your audience.
It wasn't transparent. And I
That
gave all the money back.
Bull fucking what's
The
the
entire
difference?
time. Okay, but you did mislead your audience. The entire time you misled your audience.
When I said that I needed food for anemones and shit like that, I did not put in the fact that I was shit with my financial decisions beforehand. Yes. Was that misleading? Yes. It's not malicious. Like, this isn't a backstab. This isn't like me fucking with people. This is me just not understanding how, like, financial decisions truly, truly matter when you make a GoFundMe. I was at the point where I was like, I'm at a bad financial position, exacerbated by everything that's just happened. I need food for anemones.
Parlo, can I
I
be
didn't
honest?
know,
So,
looking
wait.
back on it all, that it could be this problematic.
So
You've had
you
financial shit for years. Why is it still, to this day, not being resolved?
What
Like,
do you
can I
mean,
just fucking
resolve?
guess that? Why don't you have a fucking advisor?
I
You
don't
should
have an
have had an
advisor.
advisor years ago as a big YouTuber. I don't know, frankly, how you don't.
Don't know where to find
You've
one.
had issues with your dad holding your money for years. When is this excuse gonna stop?
It's not an excuse. I don't have one.
It fucking is!
It's not a fucking excuse, dipshit. I genuinely don't fucking know how to get one, where to find one. I don't know where to start. I don't have one. It's not an excuse.
Google?
It's a genuine thing.
You can Google to look for one. You can try things. I don't think you tried hard enough. If you
Yeah,
really
go
want,
right on
if
here.
you really wanted to get out of this situation, you could have. I feel like for a channel with 600,000 subscribers and you were making a lot of money, you're probably making a lot from your videos. Like, what was your RPM on your videos? Because you're probably making a good amount.
Not that much. Really not that much.
Okay, but overall, you could have gotten that out of that situation. You were dropping like what,
It's
20-minute
only
videos?
my dad controlled my finances.
Yeah, I actually don't know what to say about that because you're 20, right?
Yeah, and I don't know how to control my accounts. I literally had to ask to have money moved in to pay my editors.
I don't. Okay, I want to ask a
Again, none of
question
you
about.
know the position that I'm in. Because, like, everyone just wants to go to the next thing that people can fucking hate on. Who's the next person I can throw death threats to? Who's the next person I can fucking dehumanize? Who's the next person that I can make fun of their trauma and all of that shit and completely fuck them off and find any excuse just to fuck with them? Oh, I got an idea. We'll go move to Parlo and then we'll go move to fucking Tankfish the next day. And Tankfish fucking deserves it, but fine.
What? You can't just say, like, feel bad for me and then fucking say, "Oh, this person deserves it." What the fuck is that?
I'm sorry, he sent fucking porn to children.
Which is not okay. No one's saying that's okay. But who the fuck are you to say, "Oh, I don't deserve this," and then say, "Oh yeah,
I do deserve criticism. I don't deserve to have people tell me to kill myself. That's a pretty fucking fair assessment. How is any of this constructive criticism?
Can we get back to the topic?
So you're deflecting.
No,
Aren't
I'm
you doing
just
that for the
not
past
going to
30
feed into
minutes?
your shit, Parlo. To be frank.
Unbelievable.
I feel like you've been deflecting for the past 30 minutes on the whole scamming
I've
thing.
not been
but-
deflecting. I've answered literally every single one of your subjects. You're using this as a blanket term.
Okay, okay.
Well,
I've
I
not been
define blanket
deflecting.
term, please.
wanted to ask about the tanookialex thing. So you framed tanookialex as a CP defender.
No, I didn't.
With
That's
no
a
genuine-
complete
like, gen-
fucking lie.
So if let me go to Tanooki's DMs because she sent me some stuff on that. Who generally one of the posted NSFWs to minors whose server had illegal material. She defended Uina. Like you called Uina out for like allowing CP in her Discord server.
No, I said that her server had CP and it was kept up, and I said at best it was negligence.
There's a tweet by you saying Uina lies about the I don't know what it was, like the full thing. Uina lies about the grooming allegations, deflects away from the fact that she allowed child porn in a server for 1 to 2 hours before she removed it. She also posted
Literally
a
looking
Roblox
announcements.
and
I have
exposed
the
minors to it.
screenshots right here. So Tanooki makes a bunch of lies right here. Let me find this really quickly. So here, she says that I claim that Uina had CP. Never said that. She said that according to a message Parlo put on his Discord, I'm a CP supporter. Never said that. She said here that I'll find the image of Parlo added his entire Discord to say that I was the owner of RTC. I did say that, and then I retracted that in private. And to say I support CP. Never said that. She then went on to say when she didn't remove it, Parlo stretched. Wait, let me finish. Let me finish. When she didn't remove it, Parlo stretched the allegations to say she allows it. I have the full context right fucking here.
What was the thing you said you rejected in private?
I said that I thought she still owned the RTC. Zach does.
Okay.
So here I say that Uina is on record posting porn publicly. Yeah, Roblox R34 content and also made inappropriate Roblox UGC items. Yep. She told everyone in a Discord server to impersonate Asmi and say horrible things. She did. Dumbskid told me to join, and I saw a user impersonating Asmi post CSAM. That's true. Uina lied, claiming to me that this was my fan with zero evidence. That's true. It was her member who did it. She fucking lied and said that was my member, and she got away with it. The same person also posted zoophilia content, and it was only deleted hours later. She had CSAM in her server and had negligent ownership at best, but she directly exposed children to porn and lied for numerous years. That is true. Not once of any of those claims did I say any of that. It's a complete fucking lie. And I put it all in general. I mean, announcements.
Alex's whole point is that you stretch shit. So why do you
I
do
didn't
that?
stretch it. She's just been called out. She's just been exposed for lying 3 fucking times in her tweet.
Okay, but you retracted your statement privately instead of saying retracting it publicly, telling people, "Oh, I was wrong about this."
You do realize this was after we agreed to leave each other alone and she was lying about me. We both conceded in private to separate things and we moved on. I have screenshot proof of that as well.
Okay, where? Okay, can you send it?
Yeah, I am. It's in announcements. Sorry, that's the last agreement we had. We deleted the tweets we made in aggro against each other and made public tweets stating we're on good terms. I'm sorry, that's my bad. That's a dick move. I did that with my usernames as well. No, that's retarded of me. I'm so sorry I carried this out for way too long. My contact is open at any time. She did not contact me whatsoever throughout any of this drama. And do you know what happened when I decided to just fucking leave her? like as she was continuously berating me, she went in private and started making a bunch of fucking disgusting sexual comments to me, saying, "Fuck off and go suck a cock. Stop being a fucking bitch. Stop sucking cock and man up." Like genuinely like disgusting level shit. Imagine if I said this to a woman. Imagine if I said this to a woman. Like actually unbelievable fucking shit right there. And then she lies claiming I called her a pedophile. I never fucking did. A user came to me saying that they were groomed by her, but it wasn't child grooming allegations. It was just allegedly her being like sexual to someone who just turned 18. Allegedly. I never ever said that that was pedophilia. So she's making straw man arguments and trying to victimize herself. None of that is true. At all. But now anyone will believe that stuff because, of course, people are just making shit up.
But by the way, Parlo, I do want to clarify one thing, because like every single time you keep bringing up that your people are giving you death threats and people saying that you're a pedophile and all this shit, it's not, it doesn't seem like sincere anymore. It just seems like you're making the situation about yourself when we should be focusing on the main issues that are being discussed right
The
here.
main issue being literal fucking death threats and literal fucking slander that none of you have
Exactly.
ever faced before.
That's what's making the situation about yourself.
Okay, maybe I
Are
should move
you
on.
seriously fucking kidding me? If
Maybe I
this
should
was
ask.
any other YouTuber, they would absolutely call this shit out. Are you just saying that I just have to button my shit up and just allow this stuff to happen and not call it out?
I mean, like to be honest though, like if you're willing to focus on the main situation, like
I
for
have
example, the
focused on the
Wolfgang
main
situation, the
situation for
financial
2.5
disruption.
hours,
Yes,
and I've brought up
yes,
the death threats 4 times.
yes, you brought up the death threats 4 times, but once again, whenever you do that stuff, you're just basically making yourself the victim.
Are you fucking
I'm,
serious? Are you genuinely fucking serious? Is fucking death threats, dude?
why can't you just ignore them like everybody else does? Like Ruben, some can do it.
Like
People
everyone else does.
why can
Oh, yes, because you guys are put on blast to like 200,000 people right now. Each and every one of them either making like sexual harassment comments, saying the most disgusting fucking things about you getting raped or sexually assaulted or using dildos, people calling fake police threats and shit like that. All of this disgusting fucking shit.
handle it yourself? I mean, you don't have
You
to
are
complain about
like,
it 24/7 every time.
I feel like you are at the age where you can like take things into your own hands. Like you don't have to like keep whining about it like a fucking child.
Exactly.
Like I'm fully like you keep talking about these problems, but you are like the biggest like content creator like influencer here. You can change things. You can fix things yourself. You can't keep
Are you
whining
fucking
about it
serious? This shit is unsalvageable.
because you made it unsalvageable. You were
Precisely.
out
I
here
wasn't the
like
one who made the
fully
fucking
like
video that caused all of this shit. I wasn't the one who came out publicly about the serious shit that I had to face. It was literally commentary YouTubers who were prodding and poking the bear for it to come out. No one has given me any option that I could have done that none of this shit would have happened. No one. Well, I feel
Hi.
like I was pushed and taken advantage of, and then I tried to keep it fucking private for as long as fucking possible. How am I in the wrong? How the fuck am I in the wrong for that?
Hello.
And now
Can you
you're just
just
gonna make
listen?
fun of
Because
me
you
for the
refuse
rest of
to
time
talk
for
to
it.
anybody within the past couple days. The entire point of why I made the tweet, if you read the tweet, that you are claiming I harassed you on with a 12.6K follower account, and I've been harassing you and sexually harassing you for months about this. No, I haven't actually. Actually, do you want to bring up
Months, you're
that
making that up.
conversation that we
Never
had?
said
No.
months.
Do you want to bring up that conversation we had 4 weeks ago? What did we all tell you? We told you to stop sticking your dick in things. That is what we said. The whole point is that Wolfgang's allegations have been known since at least 2024, Parlo. This is not new. None of this is new. Nobody is blaming you for getting raped, okay? I know how it's like being raped. I have been raped myself. It is terrible, and we know Wolfgang's a piece of shit. But the whole point of the shit I'm trying to bring up on Twitter is you deflect. You stretch shit so bad that it loses the meaning. You stretch shit. You don't actually put full context And there's a lot of people here who do that. You don't put full context. You just put Tanuki sexually harassing me. And you want to know what people think when they think that? They think I'm like a degenerate like you. They think that I'm talking about gay sex in public to children. The entire point of why I made that tweet is because at 2 in the fucking morning, I get a notification for you're talking about this for 4 hours on a live stream. Very explicit details. You would of all people should know that this situation, how many times have you got caught? Like, just fooling around. And when you do fool around, everybody has to hear about it. It's disgusting. But somehow I'm the problem. Me, the 12.6K person, is the problem. Do you know how many lies I've heard about me? You don't hear me talking about, oh, I got death threats. Okay, I got shit mailed to me. And you paint me as this incredible person who's just a fucking liar. And apparently I just do this all for money. No, I don't. I had to put out numerous tweets.
No, you're
and it
making
doesn't get the
straw
reach
man
that you
arguments.
do.
I've never
Parlo,
said that. You
it
do
doesn't get the
chronically
reach
lie,
that you
however, and
do.
you've lied
Don't
about me
interrupt
8
me.
separate
No, don't
fucking
interrupt me.
occasions. And if you're calling me the sexual degenerate, what do you mean by I'll
You
come in your
are.
tea,
You've been
squirt in
caught
your
doing
tea,
this
I'll give
3
you
times. I've
super
known you
AIDS?
5 years. You've been caught making your sex life other people's problems. And you know what? I will come out on record and say this, that
Not fucking
honestly,
true.
no, honestly, I know exactly what you're going through, okay? I've been
No,
through
you
what you've
don't.
been through. We have talked about it in private. We've literally talked about it in private, and somehow you're painting out the narrative that I'm just naive. And I think it's really, really sad that instead of taking the advice of your friends, who we all know have supported you through thick and thin, through the dupe shit, you're like, oh, the arrest is false. And yeah, you aren't a pedophile. I've had to come out on record almost how many times now and say you're not a pedophile. But what you are, and everybody's point in this space is that you are ignorant. It takes an actual fucking idiot to not verify the age of who they are talking to online. You should know that. And it's the fact that you frame yourself as a safety advocate. Do you want to talk about why a lot of your shit isn't public? Do you want to talk about that? Because my full name is public. What I do is public, and I have to put it public because people make literal lies about me, and you make no effort to remove them. In fact, you just go, oh, I corrected in private. In private, you'll be like, oh my God, Alex, I'm so sorry. But no, in public, they just keep spreading lies. So you do not get to talk about harassment when your entire platform has been built off circus peanut elephants. You take the stupidest person in the room, platform them, and you're like, oh, everybody, they're so stupid. Look at them. They're stupid. That's the point. We know they are stupid. We know they are stupid. What are you doing? Do you think you are actually affecting real kids and parents out there? No, you fucking aren't. Like, actually, everybody's advice to you, even since 5 years ago, has stayed the same. And yet you bring up shit from 4 whole years ago and trying to say, I'm a racist. Where does the racism come from? Do you want to name that racism? Because it's me saying, as an indigenous person, that I don't like how some white people act in the community. And I get that's a little woke. I get that's a little woke for you, Parlo, but you have been caught saying actual racist shit in private. We all know how you act. We all know that this is a front for you because you don't actually give a shit about children. You don't. You do this all for your fucking ego because your dad will not validate you at home. We know. I don't have to do this shit you do. And I've been through exactly what you've been through. I think it is fucking shameful. I think it's fucking shameful that everybody knows that you have a purple dildo. Who needed to know that?
That's not
I know
fucking
everybody
mine,
was
you
trying to
lying
reach you.
bitch.
Everybody was trying
Holy
to reach you
shit.
about this
No, okay,
shit, and you
first of all,
still
you
did it.
bring up the Israel versus no, someone fucking
How
mute
dare
her. She's
you?
been speaking for fucking ages. Someone mute her ass
No,
right
I'm
fucking
done.
now.
I'm done. That is
Yeah,
all I
shut the
need to
fuck
say
up.
because
So
that's
not
all the
only
point I
have
need
you
to get
been
across.
lying
You
with your little
slandering
fucking
people's names
black
across this fucking
girlfriend, I'm
platform.
Kat,
I'm done. Good
who has
night.
gone out here and spread anti-white sentiment to as many people as possible, threatened to literally dox and send pizzas to Ruben Sim. You were literally going around saying how much you hate fucking white people, and you were using suicide and your mental health as a literal victim card back during the Pindrex drama, but you've had the audacity to bring up my mental health from 2020 fucking 2 and 2021, and also bring up the Israel-Palestine shit from 2020 fucking 3, from fucking years ago, over and over and over again. But when someone brings up your fucking literal history of doing disgusting fucking shit, apparently that's fucking fine. Apparently no one can fucking criticize you on that. And you go on these fucking random Hitlerite tangents over and over and over again about all this shit. You, yes, by definition, sexually harass people. You, by definition, are literally obsessed with fucking banging on about gay people's sexualities and shit like that. You've brought up sucking cock so many times in DMs. That is literally all you fucking do. I have seen what you said in private. I have literally got screenshots of it. And what is this shit in general? No, not even in general, in announcements where you said, I'll come in your tea, triple squirt in your tea. Can I give you super AIDS? Oh, it's a shame that you're not in my bed right now. Like, You talk about sexual degeneracy, but if this is fucking true, what does that make you? If this is fucking true, why were you literally having little cuddle snuggle partnership with a literal fucking evil doxing racist bitch who has literally slandered, harassed, and sent death threats to children in the Roblox community, who
Okay,
you've made
so
excuses for?
you wanna
You
bring up
said
when I
she
last
changed.
talked
You
to
literally
Pat?
kept saying and campaigning for the fact she changed. She never fucking changed. She never took
No,
accountability. She never
actually,
fucking apologized. You, for the
you
past
haven't
4
either. So
fucking
are you
years, have
really talking?
leveraged your safety advocate bullshit as a
You
little
aren't a
pivot
safety
point
advocate.
to
I can tell
become
you right now,
the
you're not in the rooms
Roblox
that I'm in.
community gal.
You
You
are
have
not in Congress,
literally
so we're
only
not
ever
telling me
used
the
it
fact
to
you
boast to
refuse to be on the
yourself and to
Can we
documentary.
try and
calm
get more
down?
connections in
Numerous
this
chances, buddy.
fucking community. That's literally all you have ever done. You've used it to boast and
I mean,
boast and boast and boast and boast and
yeah.
virtue signal. You literally do it in the most narcissistic, self-centered way fucking possible. Every single tweet you have ever done trying to shit on me or lie about me, and believe me, there's a lot of fucking lies, you've always brought it back into yourself again. You've literally always jacked yourself off in these tweets and said how much you do for these people. Oh, I've done this, I've done that, I'm the safety advocate for the community. And the fact that no one can see through that self-centered narcissism is quite frankly fucking insane. Anyone else in this call can call me out for all of this shit and egocentrism and narcissism. You fucking can't. You're the last person who can. I mean, you bring up DMs about me and Dupe, like about the Muslim situation from fucking a year and a half ago when I was literally eating like reform far-right propaganda and shit. I'm not like that anymore. At least I can stand and say that that shit is completely unfucking called for and bad. Your fucking ex-girlfriend cannot do that. The same ex-girlfriend who doxes people, sends pizzas to people's locations, and the same fucking person as well who's literally bullied and harassed little children, the thing that you accuse me of doing. I never slandered Uwina. Uwina sent Roblox porn to little kiddies. Uwina's server had CP and she lied that my fans sent that. Somehow you stretch the allegations and you fucking lie. You always lie and you get away with it. You always try and use the mental health card as well and you get away with it. And that's something that you try and claim that I do. It is in fucking sane how no one calls that shit out. In fucking sane.
Hold on, I gotta fix my mic. But anyways, no, you've
And
lied.
then
Let's
everyone's
talk
saying that
about
I'm
you lied.
speaking too long. She's literally been speaking for 10 minutes. We'll give her her
10
little
minutes,
time
bro.
then.
You are
Go
so
ahead.
You've been speaking for the whole hour. God
Go
forbid I
ahead.
actually speak on this shit.
I'll unmute.
No.
What the fuck just happened? Tanuki, do you want to speak?
The same.
Yo, hey, yo, Parlo, this is I'm Balls too. Yeah,
Wait,
I know a lot of Twitter stuff,
wait.
and just ask you some questions. Why did you add porn? Like, you made a 75-page porn doc, dude. You fucking made a 75-page porn doc.
It's
Okay,
about
bro,
You guys are so the fucking kids.
Yeah, Jesus
Fucking
Christ.
why is
Fucking
this
get out
person
of here.
behaving?
What a fucking retard. He's
Okay,
out
can
of here.
okay.
Motherfuckers
Why
when
did you
adults
like?
want to talk about
Actually,
their
it is an
sexual
interesting
abuse.
question though. He did make an interesting point though. Why did you think about it? Like, why did you think it was a good idea? Why did you think it was a good idea to talk about your fucking like purple dildo
That's
and like
not
post that public?
fucking
It
mine.
wasn't
I don't know
his.
why you guys keep fucking lying. None of you have actually read the document or why this was ever brought up. I brought this up 50 times
It was
before. It was literally
Wolfgang.
brought up. The full context was brought up because I would be maligned as a liar if I didn't go over the full context of the situation, no matter how personal or private or gross it was. That wasn't mine. The thing which you keep bringing up, the Cinderella, it wasn't fucking mine, but I was being pushed to use
We're
it.
not.
The document was him talking about sexual abuse, so obviously.
Well,
there's
because
gonna be
here's the
in there.
fucking thing. If I go into specific detail about it, I'm not going to be called a liar or who's like maliciously like withheld evidence or shit like that. I was told to be as specific as possible, no matter what. Can we
Adult
just
doc
have a
talking about
conversation about how I'm bad with finances and I need someone to help me with it?
Ready thoughts? Okay. Anyway, yeah, I don't get I don't get why people are calling the Cinderella thing yours when you said it wasn't in the dog.
Oh, this is amazing. So now the criticism I see in chat is that I'm 20 years old and you need help. You fucking need help, Parlo. What a loser. What a loser, dude. Are you fucking
This is
kidding me?
exactly what we're talking about. This is exactly what what I was talking about the whole entire time.
Are you
and he
guys
did it
all
again.
you guys think you're all big and strong right now in one big group trying to shit on me? Imagine if this was any one of
How
you,
is this?
dude.
We're
This is
not
herd
trying to shit on
mentality.
you, bro. We're not.
This
We're
is
trying to
fucking
criticize
herd
you for the shit
None
you've
of
been
mentality.
us would
doing.
ever
You
get in
guys
this
do this with
position.
you guys did this with
Really?
my
That's
usernames
fine.
this. You guys did this with fucking Koofy. Any Roblox YouTuber who gets called out, you all can join as one to fucking shit on them. I'm
Goofy
just the
was a
next guy
fucking
on the fucking
pedophile.
slate.
He was a pedo. He was the.
Hold on,
He was
don't you do the
pretending to
same
be.
Yes.
He
thing?
went under a new identity.
Yes, no shit. You're missing my point. There is always going to be people who everyone joins up with to shit on. My point is,
Right.
I'm the next one on that chopping block.
Like me.
You've been on the
You're
chopping
in your
block. I'm
buddies
being
with me.
honest.
Oh my god.
Painting is
And
useless.
comparing it to Koofy, worse. Like I feel like comparing it to Koofy is like unimaginable compared to your shit. Compared to Koofy, you can't compare those
Whoa,
two.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
You're
whoa,
comparing
whoa,
yourself
whoa,
to a
whoa.
fucking
I brought up my
pedophile.
wait,
You're
hang on,
comparing your
hang on,
situation
hang
to a
on, hang
fucking
on. I brought
pedophile.
up my No, you're being disingenuous. You want to get a soundbite in. I brought up my username's this, who dealt with the scamming situation as well. I'm not comparing the topics at
Do you
hand.
want to
I'm
mention
just
that
bringing up
Java didn't want to
chopping
do
block
it?
mentality.
Did you want to mention that Java didn't want to actually come out on public record, but you forced people in this situation of duress. That's one thing I really want to address here. Duress. Do we know what that means, everybody? And the police don't take that, and you act like, oh, everybody's against me. I'm public enemy number one. Like Parlo, you have to understand that there's a specific legal process you have to go about, and you have not followed it almost numerous times. You've gotten cases thrown out the fucking window, not because those cases in itself
Name a
aren't
case I
valid,
got thrown
but
out the
because what
window.
I say
Name
isn't
a case I
valid.
got thrown out the window.
I can't even name it because you know.
You can't even name
can't
it.
even name it.
You can't even name one single fucking case.
Yeah, I can.
Oh,
I can
wait,
name
you
it, but you
can.
know
If
damn
you
well why I can't name it. Do you want to name
No,
it?
I don't.
No,
Are
I'll
we
name
talking
it.
about
No,
are we
okay, I'll name it Portimer.
Oh yeah,
Portimer,
yeah.
do you want to go
Yeah,
on what happened with that?
didn't Schlepp
That
literally
confession was
state,
done under duress, and
let
you
me
claim
finish.
it's
Didn't
no.
Schlepp literally state that Potimer couldn't be fucking arrested because Florida police do not care about close in age minor sexual age gaps? They
No,
would
you
not prosecute
actually
that.
made the videos later, but you are more focused on profit first. Right? Police
I was
did
not focused
no.
on profit first. I was focused in
Are
maligning his
motherfucker.
fucking reputation.
No,
Gwamgo,
bro.
is that
He
true?
shouldn't have a platform, especially when he went into a Discord server and did all the shit that he did.
Is anybody arguing here that Portimer isn't vile?
No,
Raise
no,
your
that's not
hand.
the point I'm trying to make. You said that I was only focused on the money.
You point this as you support. Everybody who you hate ends up being a child predator. You stretch the meaning out
No,
so much.
that's not
You
true.
That's
I
not
never
true.
called you a
Oh
child
my
predator.
bro. It's true. Absolutely. The whole
It's
point is
not.
you use specific words to get people that any reasonable person thinks that if I send NSFW to minors, what does that mean? I'm a sex offender. NSFW to minors, pedophile. And you're like, oh, but I didn't technically say this. But the whole point is you just run with the shit. It doesn't matter. Like you literally stretch out shit. You are literally like Alaskan reality. And that's really
Oh,
crazy of me to say. I cannot
really?
believe the way you've turned it out. You literally stretched out shit to the point where it loses its meaning. And you, out of all people, being groomed the way you were yourself, should know that word is not to be thrown around lightly. But anybody who you dislike is a pedophile supporter, like me. Apparently, I'm friends with Natherix. I'm fucking not. I haven't been friends for over
I
like 2
never
years.
fucking said that.
Yes,
Holy
you
shit,
have.
are we just...
You've said this multiple times in private. You've said this almost every time. You're like, oh, Natherix, oh my god, you're really defending me being groomed? You're really defending me being a BPD victim? Like, we were all in the same circle. Somehow
What the
it's
fuck are you on
always
about? Can you
you
show
who
any? Can you show any
boy.
proof of this?
What
What the
this is
fuck?
kind of
Any
hearsay.
proof? Any proof? Oh, you're fucking rich for saying that. You literally get to get away with saying that I indirectly support CP. And
Never
any
said that.
reasonable person
Never
would
said
think,
that.
This
I
is
any
kind
never
of
said that.
reasonable
hearsay.
I
person would think that the things you were saying would lead to that. That is your whole point. It's always, oh, but I
No,
technically
this is
didn't do
literally
this. Technically didn't murder
unsubstantiated
that
and you're
children. What about
inferring a bunch
technically
of
section
bullshit's not
15?
true.
No, what about technically section 15? Do you want to mention that? Or was everybody believed into, oh, he's a grown man, he didn't know. No, we know you didn't know, but you're fucking irresponsible. You are so irresponsible and you put your ego first before anybody else.
Yeah,
Everything you
massive
do is
ego
so
right now.
ego. It's
I got
really funny that once the dupe shit started coming out, and it started coming out for the almost third time, that you talk to people, don't verify their age, and just kind of diddle around. That is why I called you a pick me gay, because you only bring up the fact that
Dupe
you're gay when
created
it's
fake
convenient.
docs about
You
himself.
literally
to
only
let
bring
you
up the fact that you are gay because it's convenient. That is my
Yeah.
point.
Why
That is
are
right
you
when
so
bring that, but you keep
hyper
calling me
focused about
homophobic.
that kind of stuff? It's really gross. Every time you make a
Racist?
comment about it. I mean, just look in general. I mean, not general announcements.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
not
why do you
looking at
say
it
that
now. I'm
shit to
trying
me
to
in
talk to
private?
you.
When I tried to show you
Mhm.
that I was refunding everything. No, not that, not that. The one
You wanna
above
know
the
what you
Trump
made that
image.
GoFundMe under? You made it under a fake fucking name, SpongeGar. Bruh, how
That's
are
just
people
that's
believing
just an
you
account I
made it
have.
under
Like,
SpongeGar, bruh?
what kind of point is this, Sponge
Is
guy?
your real name Tanookialex? Like, come on.
Yeah, no, yeah, seriously, my real name is not Alex Ferrugia. It's
No,
actually Alex.
it asks you to it asks you to fill out your personal information in private, which I did. My name's not
Yeah.
SpongeGar, obviously.
So why are you like? That's my point. You can't share any of this shit because you know when it comes up, it's actually terrible. Can I give you super AIDS? Yeah. Oh my god, that's a problem. But you can blatantly say like actual racist things in private, like about people.
Just
I can say that.
no. I've just told you, and I'm gonna
I
reference
just
this in the
told
video.
you it was a year ago. Oh my god, it was a year ago.
You're being
Please,
disingenuous.
no, you
I'm gonna
haven't.
tell you up front. Let me finish. I'm gonna tell you up front.
Okay.
Back then, okay, back then, I
Back
believed,
then.
Reform UK shit.
Yeah. So
Nigel
the whole
Farage,
point
yes.
is that you
I no.
associate with people who hate
Let
you.
me finish. Let me finish. I was eating up all that propaganda. Every time that there was like a stabbing done by someone who's like non-white, that would be put on GB News and stuff like
Yeah.
that, right? That would be put
Mhm.
on all of them. Now I'm at a position where I realize that they cherry pick these instances to make it look worse and to instigate racial tensions and stuff. I did not know that at the time. At the time, I was
So
very, very fucking skeptical about this shit, and I was down all the wrong fucking pipelines. Now that I have been speaking to friend groups who are completely
mhm.
against that kind of shit, I'm now down different pipelines. I used to be a massive Trump guy. If you go back to my
Yeah, no,
old
that's
YouTube
true.
channel, I made fucking Trump edits after he was pumping his arm in the air after the assassination attempt.
We're
I would
not
go,
arguing about politics.
yes,
We're arguing
okay,
about racism.
yes, okay. I would make these comments, and I was pretty right wing, not very right wing, but I was pretty right wing. I relinquish any stance that I had right there. The replacement theory stuff, I don't care about. I think it's better to have more people in because it's better for jobs. And I've genuinely had no fucking bad history with like any immigrants or anything like that. It's not, I don't have any predisposed bigotry or bias towards them. It was just retarded shit I said with Dupe, and I'm going to take full accountability for it because I saw those DMs and I'm like, holy shit, they're fucking bad. They're
Yeah.
bad. Yes, they're
So
bad.
for that. That was the first valid point we have gotten to in this conversation, that you can realize that someone can grow with accountability. So your point that you made about me on Twitter is I brought this up 4 years ago when I was 16. I'm now 21. Right? Almost 5 years ago. And the person who you were talking about in that tweet, Pindrak, actually came out on record and said, "You're pretty stupid for doing that." So if you're so about accountability, which I have gone and stage in Meridian Hall and spoken to about 3,500 kids about how I was an awful person, I still do, and I try to take accountability for the things I did with a smaller fan base. If you're so about accountability and moving forward, why don't you let other people move forward? Genuine question. What do you think
Why
identifies you as this holy fucking God that you can do no wrong? Because it comes out every single situation that you can never do wrong. It's always somebody else. When is it just you? Like,
l-
we told even as of 4 years ago, "Please leave the internet, please leave the internet, please leave the internet." And we're not saying this because we hate you. I've literally never reported your channel maliciously. And even when you do upload this video about me as a way to say, "Oh,
I'm
she's
not gonna
fucking
fucking
stupid,"
upload the video about you.
like, I don't even know when this video is gonna be uploaded because apparently you made your editor sign an NDA about me being a big bitch. Like, what do you got on me? Seriously.
No, you're making this shit
Racism
up. Don't have any NDAs. My editor fucking hates me, and I'm not making a video about you.
is your editor saying that, that's a very serious accusation.
I was
It's
going to
saying
ask
that
about
you were
that. Why
paid to do
is
something and have an
Cameos
NDA.
NDA?
There is no fucking NDA that I know of that has been made under any circumstances.
Hold on, can I read you
So
the
why did
tweet word for word real quick?
Yeah,
You
go
know what
ahead.
tweet? Okay.
There
This
is
is
a private contractual agreement, and I had to ask him several times, what do you mean by these words? Because I don't know big contractual talk. I don't fucking know what it means.
A contractual agreement. Okay, but that's not normal. That's
Yeah,
not
I
really
wasn't the
normal.
one
You have
who
to go to
agreed to it.
contract.
He doesn't want to be friends with me anymore, and that's fucking fine. But he's using all these big words right now that I don't understand, and I paid him the money. He can get a video out before 2 weeks, but I have to pay him more money for him to actually upload it to my channel. It's complicated. It is what it is.
Bro, like, okay, one thing I want you to do moving forward to change, and if you do this, I have full respect. You need
Oh
to
my god,
actually
can
keep
we
talking.
fucking ban the people who are posting porn in here? What the fuck
Oh
is going
god.
on?
See, you cultivate this audience, and then you
No,
say it's
no, no, no,
everybody
this
else's
isn't my
fault.
audience. This isn't my
This is your
audience.
server.
Yeah,
This
he's
is
banning them
your
from the
server. This is
People
what
are
you
joining.
cultivate. Maybe it's not nice. Maybe you would benefit from being off the internet. Like, generally, the happiest we saw you was when, and I hate to say this because I know how much joy your channel brings you, and I don't blame you, given your circumstances, but the happiest we saw you is when your channel was literally, like, deleted for that, like, certain amount of time, or something's going on with it, I'm not sure the full details, and you were just so much better. It's just, you have this hive mind of people that won't correct you, and unfortunately, I've been through what you've been through.
I'm sorry,
I'm
there's
very
no hive
aware that
mind
you
right
have
now. It's
BPD.
hive mind of like, well, it should. I don't even know what the fuck
No,
this
I'm
is
very
right
aware you
now.
have BPD because we've talked about it in private. We both through the same shit, and the only way I learned is by taking accountability. Why don't just you? Why don't you actually come out and say that you deceived these kids and that's basically scamming? Why does it take all this just to get you to elicit response? And even when you did elicit a response, you said it was partial. How is that partial? How is hiding that you have $2K? I would love $2K in my bank account right now. Are you fucking kidding? That's a large amount of money. And you always claim that it's because you're naive or because you just didn't know. Like, at some point, it stopped being did you know? And sometimes, as blatant as this sounds, you just need to grow up. And I'm sorry to say that because I've been told that myself, and it makes me upset. Like, I am sorry that I have to go this route of holding you accountable on stage, but at some point, you just need to literally suck it up, look at these adult things, and stop blaming everybody else. Like, please.
And by the way, Parlo,
I've literally been what you've been through, and you still managed to have these things about me. You know what? Maybe not on a big scale like you, but all of the things that you use as an excuse for your behavior will eventually validate your behavior. And eventually you'll start believing your own lies. Like, and that's what you're doing. You genuinely believe the things you're saying. I don't doubt it. It comes to the point where you're so defensive that you're trying to realize that the literal people who cared about you, like Wango, the literal people that cared about you, like Wango, who has gone out of his way in private multiple times to defend you to me, even when I've said you've done something wrong, he's still done this. He's practically offered you so much income, and this is what you do to him? Like, it's crazy.
I
Well,
didn't do
in making that
anything.
video,
I
you
said
probably
I
did
told
now.
I
You
told
did
him to
invest
cut
some
ties with me
years.
because it's career suicide being associated with me.
Is that a good
by the
thing?
way, by the way,
Oh
by the
my
way,
god,
by the
what
way, by
is
the way,
it?
by the way. Okay, so sorry to interrupt you, tanookialex,
Yeah.
but by the way, Parlo, the main reason why I'm doing this is it's not about hate. It's not the fact that I hate you, but it's the fact that it was essentially a complete breakdown of trust, regardless. And I have to enforce these strict new professional terms under the new pay contract that was required. Honestly,
You said
so
you
all
want
I'm
no.
doing-
You said you want no friendship or relationship wise with me at all.
So, there's a reason. There's a reason for that. I cannot discuss it publicly, but there's a reason for that. And I already told you that, so you must know that right now. Can he stop saying English? I was talking to something else, but like that, yeah, that's the main reason. That's the main reason why I was enforcing those strict terms. But I cannot get into the specifics. But I did tell you exactly why I'm doing this to you right now. So at this point, it's your responsibility. It's your responsibility at this rate, and you're gonna have to face it in the long run, essentially.
No. I just, for once, I don't know how hard it is for you because I get it. I really do get it, how hard it is to say I'm sorry. But also, it's like, at the same time, just say it. I wish you just come out, and the only word you should be saying in that video is I'm sorry. You should be linking some resources in the description. And those resources in the description should include just basic resources, right? There's the Dangerous Games website, which includes all these things like, NECMEC, all that sort of stuff. Link that in your description. If you do one thing, and I understand you don't believe me, please do that. And that's it. That's it. That's all it takes to end this, is literally link the actual proper resources. If you want to claim to be a safety advocate, it requires doing real work, even when the cameras aren't present. And part of that real work may be boring academia. And I know a lot of people here don't understand that YouTube videos actually do not solve a lot of these cases. In fact, they make them worse. But please, if you do one thing, please reach out to me. You have my phone number. You can reach out to it anytime.
I do not have your fucking phone number.
Yes, you do. Yeah, you do. I literally
No,
put
I do
it.
not.
Yes, you do.
No,
I
I
literally
don't.
put it in that GC.
Well, fucking
What are you
post again.
talking
I didn't
about?
see it. I don't
I'll
have
post
it
it
on
again.
me.
You can reach out anytime. And I want you to just put these resources in your description. That's it. That's the only thing I'm asking, and I think I've said enough. I think personally that you've been called a lot of things that aren't true about you, like the pedophile thing and like that. And I do believe you truly that you are a broken soul and you need help, but I don't think my commentary here will necessarily benefit anybody. I think this just goes on the hate train, and no, I get it. I get this hate train where anything you say, and I've seen it. I've seen it. Anything you say is just automatically fake just because you are who you are. And I want to make that clear that I am not here to make money. I don't have any reason to make money. I don't have a YouTube channel that I upload on anymore. I make $19 off Twitter every 3 months, and most of my work is done in the brand space. If you go to the link in my bio that is actually explaining what I do, none of it is what I do for money. So I'm literally doing this just because I can. I wish everyone a good night, and I think I've said enough, but thank you.
All right, and I'm gonna make my closure statement. So as one of Parlo's editors, I am extremely disappointed, and I gotta go right now. See you later, bye guys.
Gwamgo, do you have anything you want to say?
At the point, but like I
Frevv,
think it's been spread
Dial.
now, so I don't think it really matters.
No.
I mean, Jihadi,
Yes.
Jihadi, if you want me to say your point before I go soon, I can.
All right.
But yeah,
As Parlo's thumbnail artist, he made bad financial decisions. He's not a pedophile. He paid me for a few thumbnails. He is not a bad person, I don't think, personally. He made a very fucked up decision, but
What did you say before, Delta?
wait, about what?
yes, he's stupid.
Your
We
previous
get it.
statement that you just said. That
What
you were
about
really
the
quiet.
thumbnails? Oh, sorry. Wait, I'll move forward a bit. Okay, right.
there you
I
go.
don't think Parlo is a horrible, evil pedophile. Right? He made a really retarded fucking decision. People are saying a lot of things that aren't true, like the Cinderella shit being his, that he's a pedophile, you know, shit like that. Yeah, Parlo has paid me for thumbnails. I don't think he's horrible Mecha Hitler 2.0, and I think we should stop treating him like that. But he should obviously be held accountable. Yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. Sorry, it's like 2 a.m. here, so I can't really be that loud. Parlo, do
I
you have
think
anything
one
you want to
point,
say?
I think one point Jihadi wanted me to say before all the stuff went down with Tanuki and them is that he went on Himpleton and Dicko's streams. He had like some sort of whole argument with them and shared the docs, and Schlepp saw the streams. So him saying it was the entire situation was blowing up had nothing to do with gwamgo's video when it was already being spread because of those streams and because of him going on streams.
No. Schlepp knew because Schlepp and Ruben were shit talking me behind the scenes for the past like 6 months, and they saw this and they were like, "Oh, this is another thing." They kept pushing everyone to disassociate with me like fucking ages ago. They just saw this as another excuse. They were there because there was private communications about it. It did not break into the Roblox bubble until that video came out. That video is at like 200,000 views. Let's not lie to ourselves.
Okay, but it was breaking out in the commentary niche though. Everybody in the like there's full streams before the gwamgo video talking about this, and you went on a full stream, and I didn't watch the full stream. I'll say this, but you were arguing with the guy.
Yeah.
So like you were making it more public. So overall, can we admit that?
Yeah.
So even before before the gwamgo video, you were making it more public. So like you were doing it to yourself in the end.
He was being asked about it? What?
I was being pushed to respond. That's different to like massive hit piece video, 200,000 views.
If you wanted to properly respond, you said you were going to make a video, right? Why didn't you just wait like until you did your video?
I didn't want to make a video. I didn't want it to become big.
So you
Hello?
shouldn't have fed into all of this stuff and just
Dude, it was
made
gonna
one
get
response.
brought up regardless.
but you continue to feed into it. And you keep like falling for all these little like minor things like you care too much. Like random like you shouldn't be like going like looking like from what like random people are saying to you. You should be just like you should be fully ignoring that. Like second off, what was I gonna say? Like yeah, gwamgo's video did like gwamgo's video like that that was a huge hit. But at this point, you should be really fully taking accountability now. You technically did scam your audience. Like you basically said that. Like not like you didn't word it like you scammed, but you were deflecting fully that you scammed, even though you said you tricked your audience into donating to you, even though you had money.
Another thing is, Parlo also said that he was using deception. That's a thing that gwamgo brought up with the deception thing, which is kind of the definition of scamming.
Like I wanted to ask these like yes or no questions. Did you mislead your audience? But like we got the answer. He didn't mislead his audience. He technically did scam, but he's not willing to admit it or take accountability for it. He technically did unintentionally scam his audience. In his like, if he wants to say it like that.
Can I ask something? Parlo, like aside from all the shit your dad has control of, like money wise, did you have a reasonable amount of money beforehand, or were you actually desperate for money at that point? Like
He put all the money into ISA accounts on hand, like debit card.
You can access any of it after the whole plane thing.
No, especially after like the abuse stuff. Like there's no way I could really access it. He didn't want to have any contacts, so there's no way I could have just reached over and like moved funds around.
Yeah. So you basically had no way of you had no money basically.
I had
Or
money
no-
on hand, but
no-
it dropped down significantly. It was like 6,000 to like 1,000.
I assume that was because of the computer purchase, phone purchase.
I just didn't fucking think.
Yeah.
And now, like, I'm being spun as like evil fucking malicious Nazi Hitler because I
Mecha
just didn't
Hitler,
fucking
yeah.
think.
When did he take over your finances?
Yeah, that's what
By
I'm
the way,
saying.
He's done it for years.
When did he like fully
you're
lock
over
you out of it,
18
though?
and you haven't decided to make your own bank account?
Well, no, he's already said this. He's bad with his money.
But getting
hasn't-
like what someone said earlier, like get a financial advisor.
Well, he didn't have the money to get one anymore. And by the
really
time
know
his
what to
dad took
say.
his money, this is before all that transpired, before the bad finance. He realized he made bad financial decisions, so it was kind of like
Having a
very
bank
bad
account
timeline of
means like
events.
you can ask for advice from the bank for stuff like this though.
Yeah, fair point. But still, it's probably better to have like a personal one. But yeah, I don't know.
Like there's a lot of things he could do, but I don't know why he can't. He could have done things and it wouldn't like he could have avoided this entire thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of things everyone can do to avoid things, but we all don't make the best decisions. Let's be honest.
I'm saying this before I leave. Like Parlo, you should actually like properly take accountability. Like you should properly take accountability instead of deflecting like everything. You were deflecting the fact that you unintentionally scammed your entire audience on the GoFundMe. You're not a pedophile. You just scammed your audience. And I think tanookialex said it, but I kept like going AFK. But you should leave the internet for a bit again. You were happy when you weren't like making drama videos 24/7. And you should get off Twitter too again. But those are the only points that I really have.
Everyone could do with getting off Twitter, let's be honest.
Or just like fully avoid drama. But
yeah. True, but then again, his income source is cut off, so he kind of needs to as his job, which is the problem.
There are drama YouTubers, but they don't like. They're not as like crazy. Like
yeah, true, but
drama.
I mean that's kind of Parlo's whole brand, covering the big drama, the evil people, like the really evil people. That's Parlo's whole thing. So if he goes off it, his viewership's going down, his revenue's going down. He's not going to make as much money.
There's going to be a big video on my main channel, and then after that, I'll see what to do.
Yeah. I thought that's probably the best way to go. If you're going to make a video,
the only thing you can do is take accountability. But there's just like nothing else to be said now. So, yeah.
I really don't understand this fucking comparison to Kaneko Kitten, a literal fucking pedophile. Like, there is
Who's
tons of
comparing you to Kaneko
retards
Kitten?
making this comparison in my chat.
You know what you should do? You know what you should do, Parlo? Close out the server. Let your like Discord mods handle it. Like you can tell your
There's
mods
no
to like
Discord
fucking
mods.
You should just promote me back up to a mod, just saying.
lock this.
I
Delete
mean,
all
you
fucking.
know, if you're gonna
Delete all
fucking
text channels. Delete all text channels then. For now, or
Nah,
like hide
I don't
them.
mind people speaking as long as they're fucking like actually well behaved.
And ignore them. Just ignore the bad comments and delete them. You don't have to
You can't
publicly
ignore
speak
them.
out that they're stupid. It just gives them attention, which is probably what they want after all.
Holy shit, you are right. Half of the mods did fucking leave. Oh my god. Oh yeah.
Delta,
Okay.
do you have any other points that you wanted to mention? Or...
I did have a couple earlier, but then my mum woke up and I'd rather not get my ass beaten at 2 a.m. So, wait, let me try.
You
and
want me to like?
find it. Well, I was gonna ask about the Alex Tanuki shit, but she already joined. We went over all that, so where I had a little thing here. I think I DM'd frevv about it. Let me check. Yeah, no, I just wanted to know. I asked about the Wolfgang shit earlier and why Parlo paid for him, but we've already been
Wait,
over
by
that.
the way, Delta, were you banned from this Discord before?
Maybe.
Okay,
I
so because I keep getting sent screenshots about you being Islamophobic, and I just wanted to see.
Yeah, during that time. All right. This is completely.
You can't
off
really,
topic.
you can't really defend yourself there.
No.
You really can't defend yourself there.
I was Islamophobic, and that was a very fucking horrible thing for me to do because I did not understand the whole concept of like age, like how they calculated age during that time, and how Prophet Muhammad and Aisha were together. The main reason why is because I thought they were trying to excuse pedophilia, like specifically.
So you're openly Islamophobic, but you've been
not
openly
anymore.
Islamophobic the entire time.
Not anymore. No, I've spoken to Lofi, a Muslim in the server. I've spoken to Arhum. I've spoken to Rizirot, another member. I've learned about a lot of shit with Islam, and I've changed my mind on the thoughts on the religion as a whole, and I'm way more open to it now. I will be honest about that, because I don't know why. Like I said, I thought they were excusing pedophilia, and I just really fucking despise that as a victim of that sort of shit. So I feel like that, yeah, obviously not an excuse for being Islamophobic. But I've come to terms with that. If you don't like me for that, fair enough, understandable. But yeah, I can tell you now, I've talked to a lot of the people I hurt with those comments, and a few of them have forgiven me, and a few of them have educated me. So I'm really happy about that. I'm happy they could forgive me. But yeah, overall, that's the whole kind of.
I love how the neutral people are like being demonized as fucking defending me when it's literally not what they're doing at all. You're defending me if you say don't throw death threats, post porn or gore or fucking nuke the server.
Yeah, guys, you're not a pedophile, so I guess we're defending Parlo, right? Why the fuck can't I see general chat? What the fuck? I'm gonna have to restart Discord later.
Hello?
Alright, anyway, I'm gonna quickly dip for like a minute, just you guys talk.
Okay. Parlo, I have a question for you.
What?
How can we believe that you will successfully leave the internet and improve yourself as a person?
If everything's peaceful, I'll leave on my own volition and
So
do
you
what
want
I want to
everything
do.
you want everything to calm down first.
Yes, I don't feel safe regarding all this right now.
Okay. Do you also mind if we could speak privately later? Like, just normally?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Yeah, there's nothing much to it. I feel like the stage can end. I mean, Parlo did fuck up. He's not a pedophile. Like, I don't know where that. I feel like Gwamgo. I did see your thumbnail. Gwamgo's thumbnail did have Diddy in it, and I feel like people could get the misinterpretation that Parlo's being exposed for being a pred. But that was one thing that I thought was odd, but that's pretty
And
much
then he
it.
says,
Like,
"Oh, Parlo made one of the worst fucking disgusting documents ever, where he goes over his messages with someone and he doesn't bring the age of who this person was, or like what the context necessarily was." And then people just fucking went with, "Oh, he's a pedophile."
you know what I think you should do? Just like maybe like stop trying to do online relationships. Maybe stop talking about like your personal situations. Like, just keep that private. Try and keep a lot of things more private. After you're done with all this, you should take accountability still with the whole GoFundMe thing fully. Don't even try and like deflect anything. Try take full accountability, and then take a break. You said you were You said you were making games. Take a year long. Take like a 6 month, year long break. Go focus on your games. And yeah, you'll probably be better doing off. You're like better off doing that.
Oh please, dude! People trying to defend the comparison with Diddy. Dude, it's not. I mean, he made this comparison. It's like Epstein with Diddy. Like, what are those comparisons?
Did you
Like, you're
didn't you
clearly.
compare yourself to Kufi earlier? Your situation to
I
Kufi.
didn't. I said that I'm on the chopping block with my username's this and also Kufi. I never compared myself. I just said how the chopping block motion is.
You kind of did, and like people, like everyone interpret that you did compare yourself. You compare your situation to Kufi's.
Yeah, of course, everyone's gonna agree with like anything that I disagree with. Doesn't mean it's true. I mean, there's plenty of like reasonable things that I've stated that like had I not been shat on as badly right now, people would agree with. But it's just the position I'm in right now. Everyone's just gonna be like, "Oh, he's lying. He's lying. He's lying. Shut up, Paulo. Shut up, Paulo. Kill yourself. Kill yourself. Kill yourself."
Although, Parlo, would you at least admit publicly that you at least hold on, what the hell, hold on. That you accidentally scammed your viewers. You don't have to say you did it on purpose, because you obviously didn't do it on purpose. But at least say that you scammed them.
Explain categorically how it's scamming, and that will determine what I say in my video.
You
If I
misled
agree with
your
what you
viewers.
say, I will put that in the video.
You can say
But
I am
why
sorry
not
for
say it
intentionally
now?
scamming my audience.
Because I scamming makes it sound like I've deliberately done that, and it was inherently malicious.
Well, even if it
That's
was
not
an
what I was doing.
accident,
That
that
was not
doesn't
my
make it not
intention.
scamming.
Well, you're a grown adult. You're good at making like 70-page docs. I think you can figure this one out. It's your fault for this. I think you can figure this one out.
Hello, I'm back. Sorry about that.
You're like
What were you on about?
I'm saying this again. You're 20. I think you're mature enough. I think you have the brain capacity enough to figure this one out. You're at fault for this. There's nothing you can say, but I'm sorry. There's literally nothing else you can say.
Parlo, did you deliberately mislead your viewers?
This is repeated, but yeah, he did. Like he said, yeah, earlier.
No, I said that it was misleading, not that I did it deliberately.
This might be a dumb question, but
Go ahead.
what, like, Parlo, when would
You
you
know-
say you became aware? No, when would you
Parlo,
say
let me
you
speak.
became aware that you might have been unintentionally misleading your viewers versus when you actually corrected it?
Well, I was certain that I was innocent for a long period of time. Then I started conceding more and more ground after more and more people said how much I was in the wrong and how full of shit I was. The argument that even with the payment, I didn't. So in my video, I'm going to go over how the payment was given after I already spent it on the plane and shit. But the argument which people made was that, well, you kind of use that money to fill in the blanks. I think that's reasonable. And that's why I can't take like the idea that it was indirectly scamming off the table. But I never intentionally did it with the hopes of like fucking people over. That's not what I intended.
Something good that you
What I
did
put in
though
my
is
GoFundMe was I said, I do not ask for anything that you do not feel comfortable sending, but if you all wish, all I ask is a small donation to help me pay for expenses, food, rent, and other amenities in this horrible period of time, also with potential funds for further action I may take. That's
can
what I said.
$6,000 not buy a lot of food?
I didn't have 6,000. I don't think.
How
Oh,
much money did you have at the time when you made that video?
let me check. Actually, I think I actually stand correct. I did, I did have about that. I think. I didn't check my my nationwide account at the time though, but I never stated that I was extremely dirt poor. I only asked for like small donations to help with it, like expenses and stuff. I never asked for like massive, considerable £100 donations. What I wanted was that this GoFundMe have like it was money to last me like a long time while I didn't have like the ability to upload any videos that would get me money.
Why didn't you state that then? That you could use the money to quit YouTube for your own mental health?
That was one of the main reasons I made that GoFundMe because I had no other money coming in, so I just wanted more money.
Oh wait, no, that sounds like
I made it
one
pretty
big
clear. I
fault,
mean,
okay.
I didn't have any money
Right.
coming in.
Mhm.
All my videos were privated, so I had no form of like passive income.
That shouldn't really be a passive income, the donation.
Yeah.
Wait, what? His videos, which is his job, shouldn't. I mean, his job is an
basically-
entertainer at the end of the day.
He
let's be
wanted the
honest.
donation to like replace the income from his videos for a while.
Well, I think
I
he
wanted
needed
income
the
for like food and
donations.
shit like that.
Yeah, I think he needed it so he could get, yeah, like I said, to get food.
How much would you say you
But he
spent
already had
on
like
food monthly?
he just wanted
What?
income, like he's previously stated.
Yeah, he wanted income because he wasn't getting any income at the time.
Didn't you get a job
That
normally?
doesn't mean
Wait,
that
wait,
that
Parlo.
he
Yeah,
did
like-
not have money.
Parlo, your
There's
life
no
isn't
fucking way I'll be able to ever get a job regarding all this shit that's happened. No fucking way.
I don't
Impossible.
think people know you publicly as like Parlo.
No,
Yes, they do.
they do. They do. If you look up Parlo, it's. I'm not gonna obviously say it here, but you know, if you look up Parlo, you'll find a lot of shit.
Have you even attempted at all though?
There's no I've had like jobs before like I got like a docs literally everywhere. It's not going to be possible right now.
Why are you going
Like
to
in the
uni then?
position I'm in, it's not going to be possible.
Then how are you still in uni? You'd probably get kicked out though if one person did a
No one's
report on
ever
you.
I'm not going to make any of that public information. That when people found out my other uni, they kept filing bomb threats to it every single day.
I do remember hearing about that.
Yeah, I can confirm as well that did happen.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's why it's difficult for him to get a job. Mainly
As
because
much as
if
you hate Parlo, don't like unironically don't do any stupid shit towards him.
obviously, yeah, you know,
It's literally just going to
don't
encourage the
bomb
people who
threats.
hate me to do it more.
Yeah, but
Yo, hello.
hello, Belloc.
Yo.
What's
Wait,
up?
why was I let on here? Anyway,
I don't
I'm
even
high as
know.
fuck.
Okay, get off here then. you
No, no, no,
fucking
no, 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 no,
spaz.
no. I actually have something to say though. I actually have something to say
Okay,
as an
okay,
innocent
okay.
bystander. Right. Right.
Okay.
This is how I'm a member of the public. This is how I view this. Okay. I believe that generally all of this might have to be the most unemployed thing I've ever witnessed in my entire life.
I mean,
Second of
okay,
all,
right.
I
Okay.
also believe that all of you may need to go outside and calm down a little bit because it's Roblox, mate. At the end of the fucking day, it's Roblox.
You might
This shit is
want to go.
Roblox, bro.
You might want to go tell that to Alex Tanuki. Let's just say I'm not very happy.
This shit is fucking Roblox, okay? Like, how have you let so much bad shit happen to your life over Roblox drama? That's what I don't understand.
This thing has extended beyond Roblox.
okay,
This
It
is-
was a virus in
yeah,
situation.
It all started with Roblox, okay? It started down from Roblox, worked its way up. At some point, you think to yourself. At some point, you should think to yourself, right? Like, surely I should just stop because it's making a bad impact on my life. But you don't. So there's clearly something mentally wrong there. You know, I follow this
What else
advice.
was he meant to do?
I follow this
If I may
advice
ask?
my dad told me. So I know Parlo wouldn't know this advice, but
Oh my god.
he said,
How's this guy mod again?
take yourself out of your body and look at yourself from another point of view. And if you are being a retard, you stop what you're doing and change how you're acting, okay?
What do people love
And
to say
Parlo,
is-
in fact, I don't think anybody here, but maybe apart from some
No, that is
people,
good advice.
none of
That
you
is
have
good
ever done that
advice.
once, okay?
That
You
is
just
very
need
good
to,
advice, actually.
you just need to fucking, and also stop calling me a mod, alright? I was made mod like today because they asked me to, and I just said
Because
yeah, because
everyone
fuck it.
did.
I've never liked this Parlo
Everyone
guy.
did.
I joined because I heard about this pyrocynical thing. I was interested. I don't like pyrocynical either. I don't care. It's just fucking funny at the end of the day. And yeah, it's just, you know what's even funnier? This Parlo guy, he grew up a loner, okay? His
Oh.
friends that he made, okay, he used to just scroll Twitter alone all day in school. So fucking sad this guy is. He's been sad all his life. This guy's just needed help all his life, and sadly he's just never gotten it. And I feel a little bit sad. But at the end of the day, it's just you've brought it upon yourself, mate, and it's just a lot of, you have to agree. A
This
lot of
is
this is
really
your
not
fault.
helping, like,
A lot-
at all.
I'm not here to help, buddy. I don't give a singular fuck.
Parlo,
Okay, I'm not here to help,
the one
right? So
thing
you
that
stop
he-
thinking
the
that
one thing
right
that we're
away.
getting from this.
Okay, 'cause
Okay. He's
I
trying
don't
to say
hate
that your
you. I
YouTube channel
dislike
made
you.
everything worse.
Yeah, your YouTube channel made everything worse. At some point, you should just fucking stop, but you didn't. You kept dragging yourself through the mud, okay? You're like fucking. Actually, you know what? Never mind. Never mind.
Okay, we're going in circles. We're going in circles here. One thing, just make that video, take accountability. That's it, and then take a break. Because you said you wanted to take a break. Take a break. Like you should take a break.
Just in
But,
fact,
like
not
I'm
even-
not saying this in a way
not
as
even
like
a break. Just stop. Just stop
But
on
like,
all.
Tanuki didn't even mean it like in a bad way. She wasn't like trying to like saying, she wasn't saying in a bad way, but you need to take a break. You just need a break. Because I think as like since you come back, it's become worse for yourself. Like I've seen so much bad shit about you since you've come back.
Okay, well, what else is he meant to do? Genuine question.
Parlo, I have
What
a
else
I mean,
question.
he has university. He can focus on that. He has Roblox development. He can figure things out. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna treat him like a fucking child. This guy is 20. Yes, he has mental health problems. There is ways to help. Like there are people like outside of this that can help him. That's if he takes the action. That's if he like takes the proper steps to help himself. Because all of this clearly isn't helping him. I'm a Canadian, so I don't know anything that like I don't know UK laws or like anything UK stuff like stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure they have like resources or stuff available to help him. Like
Yeah, they
obviously he
absolutely
could
do.
have
They
opened his own
absolutely
bank account, for example. When
Absolutely.
he turned 18. He
Parlo.
probably could have
So-
gotten legal help to take back his channel, everything, if he tried to.
Like, it's not even in like we're in such.
Wait, no,
the
let me finish.
country's so
Let me
good
finish.
to help this fixed. I agree with what you're saying. Like you can.
This is the first. You're wait. What isn't the UK like a first world country? Like it's established.
We got free healthcare
All
and
this
shit like
bullshit.
that. It's so easy to get help. So easy.
All this bullshit, right? Like the point is like we gotta cross with the point. The point is done. There's nothing. There's no important shit else to talk about in this stage. I'm done. I like that's all. That's all I wanted to say. So I'm just gonna leave now. Have a
Parlo,
nice
I
day.
have a relevant question. When did
What?
Ruben
I'm leaving
when
too.
did Ruben
See ya.
tell people to distance themselves
Wish you the
from
best,
you?
Parlo. Hope you change.
Where did you get that from?
Well, he was making fun of me during a legal situation I'm not going to talk about, and he said that I was going to be suicide baiting from it. He and Schlepp kept calling me like a degenerate in private. Schlepp was saying I wouldn't be surprised if Parlo had more victims and shit like that behind my back. All of that stuff. It was very obvious that there was consistent pushing and prodding behind the scenes to cut me off before this shit ever was going to happen. But then I conceded it's like, okay, yeah, no, I can see why gwamgo cut me off and everyone else cut me off. I would do the same.
That kind of sounds depressing, if I'm gonna be honest.
I don't fault any of like my past associates who I've known for literally fucking like 4 years cutting me off. I think every single one of them have done it. I wouldn't expect it from a situation like this, honestly. Oh, no, that's someone calling me. I'm just gonna ban them really quickly. There we go. I've banned so many people. I'm literally unable to ban anymore. It just fucking freezes.
Yeah, I don't know if I have permission to, but I can check. I don't even have access to general chat.
Physically cannot fucking ban people. I would have to do it like the question mark.
Oh no, yeah, that's what I have to do.
I find it shocking because I was forced to come out publicly about a very private situation, and from that, everything has just been fucking gone. Everything gone. Bye bye.
You knew that there would be a chance of this getting public. Like,
Yeah, no, I didn't know it was going to be this fucking bad ever. Dude, I've dealt with like literal, like, safe level, like bullshit allegations, dupe allegations, burger allegations, all this shit consistently over and over and over again. Nothing has ever reached this.
So yeah, anything
I
else you want to bring
think
up, Parlo? Like about
I
any of
think
the
his thumbnail
YouTubers?
I think his thumbnail should change and there should be clarification that I'm not a fucking pedophile.
I
I'll have to
agree.
do
I
the
do
rest
agree
in
with that.
debunking that because that's done a shit ton of damage.
Oh yeah,
In my
sorry
video,
about that. Sorry about that.
doesn't matter, doesn't care, I don't
Yeah.
fucking care anymore.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to. Is it scamming? It wasn't malicious scamming, but by the definition, if it's deception, which it was, because it didn't go over my full financial history, it's indirect scamming. And that's fucked up, and that's bad, and I don't defend it.
At least you finally admit
Um,
that. Thank you
why are you thanking me?
for admitting it.
There's no thanking, it's fucked up.
Yeah. Also,
Done.
Paulo,
So
what are your
thank you.
thoughts on others YouTubers on this situation? Like any in specific you want to like point out? For,
I'm not
like,
gonna
anything
talk about any
like-
YouTubers in this
Okay.
situation. I'm just gonna make one video. It's gonna be like very well structured. It's gonna be like the most transparent video I've done, and then probably just gonna leave. I'm gonna give you more like owner permissions, not owner permissions, but like really high permissions, so you could just start fucking banning like the people who are making like basically sexual
Yeah.
harassment comments
Yeah,
because it's just
sounds
pissing
good.
me off.
I need to restart Discord anyway, so I can like
But
fucking
I don't.
see general
If
chat.
you like delete one channel, it will just
You
auto
can,
like
yeah,
quarantine you, so there's like
yeah.
no way to nuke this
No,
server.
it's fine. I don't
There's
want to
only one
nuke
person
the
who could
server
nuke, and they
anyway.
would never
And
nuke the server.
yeah, frevv. Oh, but whatever.
No, Theodore. Okay, I'm gonna have to.
You know.
I'm stuck on. Okay, give me a minute. I'll be back.
It's fine. Alright. Yeah, he literally can't give me perms. I think his thing's fucking broken. Okay,
it is
right.
gold.
Guys, talk in drama chat so I can see you guys type. Do you have any questions you want to ask Parlo? Because it's probably gonna end soon. So type in drama chat if you have any questions. Just edit your message because things still on here. Flowers, the doc is. Do you? Okay, right, buddy. I think I'm gonna edit it. Guys, just ask your questions and I will ask Parlo them. Oh, okay, no, I just have super admin now. What the fuck? Alright, no.
That's
I'm not
cool.
gonna. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna nuke this server though, because here's the thing, I've known Parlo for like, unironically, I think we've known each other for nearly like 3 years now, 4 years, since like 2021, since the whole Saturday shit started, and I don't know, man, I feel really bad for him for all the shit that's happened, because I relate to him on a lot of shit. Obviously, I can't relate to the whole doxing
You relate
shit,
to
but-
him.
No, I relate to him in what's happened to him, like the shit that's happened to him in the crossfire of these situations, like personal shit.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel really bad for bro. Like, obviously, he doesn't need the sympathy, but yeah, I don't know. I think I can bring people up now. I'm not 100% sure. Can I bring people up? No, I can't. How the fuck why can super admins not bring people up? I need to ask Parlo to give me like owner perms for this stage, so I can see shit. I mean, I can bring people up if they want to talk. 'Cause I know Epic M1's in here, and I don't know if he wants to comment on this situation because he has an audience. I don't know if he's in here anymore though. But oh no, he is. Wait, is he? Yeah, he is. Yeah, I'm pretty
Wait,
sure I
is
can
my
hear
shit working now?
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah.
you. Yeah, we can hear
Okay,
you.
my shit
Yeah.
fucking wasn't working earlier. People were making sexual comments about you in general and posting literal fucking porn.
What the fuck? Sorry, I can't see general right now. Also, if I leave stage, I can't come back up. I don't know why. I can't
This
bring myself back
Discord's
up.
immensely fucked.
Yeah, I need
Uh,
to restart Discord.
Okay, Parlo, I do have a question for you. Who did Schlepp say that to when he said he wouldn't be surprised if you had more
I'm not
victims?
gonna share that. I saw it myself. I'm not gonna share who though.
Okay.
Known about that since like for fucking 6 months now, 7 months.
Della Parlo, are you looking into getting more professional help regarding your mental health? Sorry, that's what someone else asked.
If anyone's gonna make these like fucking jokes, at least have them be fucking funny. This is like actually embarrassing shit.
Alright, heads up, Parlo, I'm gonna quickly restart Discord. Can you bring me back up if I disconnect?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Anyway, we're probably gonna be leaving this pretty soon.
Okay. Do you feel comfortable talking in private though?
About what? It's 3 o'clock in the morning.
It is 4 o'clock for me.
You're not dealing with half the stuff I am.
Well, you kind of brought that onto yourself. It's
Yeah.
something you kind of gotta acknowledge. Obviously, some of the things
Hello.
weren't done by
So-
you, but
What the fuck? People making sexual comments about me. I think I need to fucking kill these guys. Okay.
If I make a video honestly going over everything in literally the most transparent way possible, that there's not a single thing that's wrong with that video, that it's like, okay, I did this, did that, it was indirect scamming, but it was completely fucked up. The funds didn't go to this, however, that doesn't detract away from the fact that I cannot be trusted with finances. I go over how this fucked with everyone, and everyone has every reason to not trust me anymore. They have every reason to not associate with me anymore, that I wouldn't associate with myself, and that I was so degenerate in what I did because I was so desperate for a relationship and shit like that. And I pushed that video out. The video isn't monetized. The video has the links Tanuki told me to have, has a fundraiser. Full comments are on, so like literally anyone can say whatever they want. And then I just donate like £1,000 literally to all these charities that I have in mind, and I just leave and I never come back again. What would that be?
that doesn't sound bad to me.
What would that be, everyone? Yay or nay?
Would you consider getting professional help
No.
in your prompt life? Why not though? Don't you feel like that
No.
you do need help?
No.
Well, look where it's brought you to.
This
What
is
the
just so
fuck?
fucking stupid. We're approaching the end of the space, but
Yeah, guys. Okay, if you have any questions, ask them in general, and I will ask Parlo. But actual
Okay.
questions, not retarded shit. To end off the space.
Don't forget to
Therapy is not going to help a situation like this.
Right.
I just want the ability to, after this video comes out, people can choose to fucking hate me or forgive me, whatever. I don't really care. I just want to leave, and the rest I'll do on my own volition. No baiting or anything like that. If I don't quit for good, I won't be back unless there's like a very select few things that happen. That is, if I gain the trust of anyone back after like 6 fucking months. I don't know. I might like. Who knows what I'll do? I genuinely don't know what the fuck I'd do. I'm not gonna delete the channel.
What's gonna happen with the server? Will it get deleted? Will it be archived?
No, don't delete the server. Keep the server.
No. Someone was asking that. What will happen with the server? Will it stay up? Will it get archived?
Server will stay up.
The server's gonna stay up. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, someone in my DMs just asked me that.
What I don't understand is the idea that there's no space to be redeemed from this. That doesn't make sense. I don't understand why this is being spun in such a malicious fashion that this is like a genuine unredeemable fucking thing.
It's probably because you've always failed to redeem yourself, so people don't expect you to be able to.
I've
redeem
never
yourself.
done this. This situation has never happened before.
No, but like when you had other dramas that you had to apologize for, or like quote unquote redeem
Rarely
yourself.
done that. I've rarely had to be in situations where I've apologized because I've done stuff wrong. There was the accountability video, the dupe video. That's all I can remember. I've literally people who I've exposed, I've given a chance again. My username's this. My username's this scammed someone for $11,000, and it was like such a large Roblox drama. Everyone fucking forgave him afterwards and moved on. I've given what's the Hilo a second chance, and everyone's moved on.
Why do you think
Sorry,
people
what?
should give you a chance if you put yourself into these situations that could have been avoided and you cause most of your problems yourself?
I don't ask them to give me a second chance right now. I only ask them to see what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Oh, they're bringing up this shit again. It's called reaching at any straw possible. For now, I think there should be a 6-hour cooldown on the general chat for at least the next couple of days. Video will take as long as it needs to be. But it's 6 hours because I can't trust that some of you aren't going to make like really bad sexual comments. I mean, we've had people post porn in here. You guys can communicate in like another server. There's no fucking filter we can put in to prevent some of like the crazy ass text things that were posted.
No, you can. You can use rich text. I can show you how to
Oh,
set
why
that up
don't you
if wish
fucking
to.
deal with that with frevv then?
Okay, sure.
Then maybe we'll just keep it up, and then we'll just ban anyone who says like horrible sexual shit about minors in here.
Yeah, just make an automod for that. Frevv can do it.
Why did you use the GoFundMe money again for a sex hangout? Yeah, so this is like the misinformation that I want to debunk in the video. I want to make it clear that the money was not used for that, but it was still not right for me to do. There's 5 ticks on this, which is just not. It's 7 people have said yes, this is true information. It's not fucking true at all.
And the trespass, he didn't get the money until that situation happened, and he has receipts and proof that he used all the GoFundMe money for everything he promised.
Yeah, is there a way that you can just have like Cinderella? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
kind of
put
want
that
to
in the
embrace. I
blacklist.
kind of want it to be embraced because it's kind of like there's no way that that shit's not going to be brought up ever again. So it's like it just has to be just a thing that's there now. But that's kind of, I don't mind that. But when it comes to like crazy ass fucking claims, then just punish that because that's not allowed. But I don't mind the Cinderella shit because it's kind of fucking retardedly funny. But
You didn't even name it that, so.
I didn't even name it that. It was fucking Wolfgang. He was like, I was like, what the fuck is that? And he's like, it's the Cinderella. And I'm like, okay, okay, all right. And now I'm being accused of having that as my fucking thing. That's not my thing. You can keep the fucking Cinderella. I want to work on game development. Something that I want to focus on.
How's that been going for you?
Well, you kind of fucked off and kind of left the project.
I was in a hospital once again.
Well, you didn't fucking tell me that.
Because I wasn't comfortable to.
Then how was I meant to know that? Exactly. I'm not. Any other
Wait, was
questions
you in the
before I wrap
SCP
this up?
facility?
This has been cancer. Any more questions?
Praises, Dev, did you get admitted into SCP?
What? What?
Is that where you've been?
I'm a class the IRL what?
Oh joy, oh joy, oh joy is me. Oh, dude, Ruben, that's funny. Someone made a tweet about what Ruben Schlepp was shit talking me about in the YouTube replies, and someone just posted Jeffrey Epstein meme about him. Don't know how I feel about that, but that's funny. Fallock, you're talking about a what, a 2-year, 4-month age gap? 18 and 20? Dreadful. But yeah, my video is gonna be like it's gonna be a very good cohesive response video. It's not gonna be dog shit. It's gonna be like really well made. It's gonna go over the entire situation, my thoughts at the time. It's gonna take full accountability. Not gonna be any problems with it, and it will probably be like a final piece where I just go over like I just need to leave and be gone. It will be well made. But hopefully that will be enough closure for everyone. And then everyone can move on. And I move on. Who knows, I'll be back in like 2027 or some shit. But yeah, that's about it. Are you planning on taking a break from the internet? I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have no clue what I'm gonna do. Any more questions before I leave?
Don't forget to add me.
Well, the person who gave me that question, you're conflating a 2-year, 4-month age gap with a 3-year, 5-month age gap. They're not compatible. They're not the same. There's nothing wrong with that.
Another thing is, as much as you want to embrace the Cinderella thing, I think you should only embrace it to those who like mention it. If you like make it your fucking Twitter banner, people are gonna be aware of it, and it's gonna make you look even more stupid.
Oh please! The only mention of it I've ever made was the Twitter banner.
It's I think it's a server banner too, is it? No,
Oh, I didn't make it the fucking server banner. Gwamgo did. I haven't banned Gwamgo because I don't really have a need to. I think his video was pretty fair, honestly. The only thing that pissed me off was the lack of like clarification. I don't diddle kids, but I'll make horror games or something like that.
Have you been making Roblox development though?
Yes, I could show you if you actually fucking work. Like lock in.
Well, your other dev said that you have like a new development team. I haven't been able to
Oh
find
yeah, that's
anything
going
about
really well after all of this happening right now.
Maybe you can do something for each other that does it right.
I'm actually gonna, before I leave, I'm just gonna go check my private messages and share with you guys what wonderful things have probably been sent. Oh, oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, God fucking hell. Oh, yeah, no, this is like... Fucking hell. Is this gore? What the fuck is this? Interesting.
I don't think that's the best thing to do as of right now, Parlo.
Oh, I don't care. It's entertaining.
No, I know it's entertaining.
Yeah, for people to listen. Oh my god, the fuck is that? Okay, Jesus Christ. It's actually insane that this shit's happening. If this happened to anyone else, yeah, no. Well, I guess that's it.
What do you...
No, like, I'm ending the fucking thing. Calm down.
Okay.
Well, it's wonderful speaking to you guys today. I really appreciate all the support. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and follow. And make sure
Hit
to
that bell.
hit the bell, have post notifications on, watch my latest video coming out soon, and yeah. So you won't watch my video, so you won't even watch a video like where I clarify the situation.
At least don't make it too long where it's like 30 minutes long and put
It's
the
not gonna be
important
30
stuff in
seconds.
the
It's gonna be
start.
like 10 minutes, 10 to 15, 6 to 7.
6 to 7.
Always report. I don't think you'd be able to report the video because there's nothing which is gonna be reportable inside of it, I fear. So I'm not gonna be escaping the allegations if I'm gonna be addressing them head on. My video, unlike Kaneko's, is actually gonna, take full accountability. I'm not gonna show the document because it's nah, I don't feel comfortable.
Which?
My document on Wolfgang. After the criticism that came from it, I'm not gonna make it public again.
It's probably already been archived by like 30 different people.
Yeah, well, if it's archived and it spreads, then it's not my fault, but I'm not gonna do it myself. And by the way, if you didn't want this to make it big, why do you make the stage? Because gwamgo made a video and it got like 200,000 views in like 5 hours.
I don't even remember who made the stage. Wasn't that you?
I made the stage because I wanted to like address the situation. We'll see what happens, but I'm gonna have to make it like pretty clear at the start of the video that the allegations aren't to do with pedophilia or anything like that. I'm confused that like with the fan base that I've cultivated, why they would act like this when they've not acted like this to people I've exposed before. That's what confuses me. Because I've never seen my fan base act like this to any other creator I've called out before. I've not seen them do this to Potama, I've not seen them do this to Poofy, I've not seen them do this to my name's this, to people who've I've exposed who's done menial stuff or really bad stuff. I've not seen it like this.
Well, you ruined a lot of lives, Parlo, according to this one guy.
What?
How many lives of those are pedophiles we're talking about? I really can't think of a life I've ruined. If you could name one person's life I ruined. Oh, they're bringing up like the doxing of Potama, which was caused by Soy Jack Party, Kiwi Farms, and also UTTP.
I think the issue is
Let's
that
talk
you
about what
were
my fucking fan base has done.
your fan base is done.
Okay, this is such a stupid, retarded argument. Parlo makes videos ruining people's lives. Yeah, the exposed videos most likely are on pedophiles who have done like objectively horrible fucking things. I think my past few videos have just all been on pedophiles. Oh, sorry, too slow, scammer. But yeah. And his life has been perfectly fucking fine. I'll explain the fucking please donate, GoFundMe. I'll give all the money back, prove that it's all been given back, and then donate money to charity and then leave. And give expressed apologies to people who have been affected or have felt that their trust has been violated from this. And then I'll leave. Hopefully that'll be enough. Anyway, let's end the space now. I'll end it. Alright.
3 hours.
Goodbye, everyone. It's just